Hello, everybody, and welcome to Eternal Mooncast special program Bishocha Senshi Slumber Party. We're reviewing the Sailor Moon Cloverway dub. This will be the discussion portion for episodes 111 through 115. We'll talk about what worked, what didn't, and how we think these episodes could have been even better.
Sailor Moon has a long and rich history, but have you seen everything? I'm Relia, and these are my friends Michi, Monica, and Rizuki. We are lifelong Sailor Moon fans who dove headfirst into the fandom and have stayed there ever since.
Now, we know some of you may have not seen the Cloverway dub. If you want to watch along with us and enjoy our reactions, join our Patreon and get in on the fun. Our full back catalog is free, and if you'd like to support the show and get special rewards, come join. We have 2 tiers. Citizens of the Mooniverse is for general support, and you get to join our exclusive Discord chat for patrons only. If you'd like to get in on the action, we've introduced a new tier called Rainbow Crystal Crew, who are invited to watch alongside us live. Please make sure if you sign up for that tier to provide a contact so we can send out the invitation. Oh boy, off to a great start. So we can send out the invitation to watch along. Please enjoy, and that link is in the description below.
So let's delve into discussing episodes 111 to 115. Monica's also watched these in Japanese to give a little bit more commentary about them. So the Japanese episode numbers, if you guys are following along at home with that, are going to be episodes 118 to 122.
We'll be summarizing each episode, talking about them, and sharing our thoughts with you. We're excited to share our favorite moments, what we loved, and everything else in between. Join in the chat or post in the comments to let us know, and I can't speak either, what you think about each episode too.
And a very special thank you to our patrons and subscribers here on Twitch. You help make the Moony magic. A reminder that this is a monthly show and that these are just our personal opinions. We in no way represent Toei, Viz, or the Sailor Moon intellectual property in any respect.
Yes!
Hey, chat. So
Hey,
how's
chat!
everybody doing tonight?
Japanese Tulu is your queen era?
Not Tululu.
Tululu. I
All
couldn't get over
right.
them changing her name.
It was an unnecessary change, which is what makes it wild. But let's get into it. So we're going to start off with dub episode 111. It's in the cards, or Japanese episode 118.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Let me scroll to the right place. The Japanese episode title is The Battle Inside the Demonic Space, the Sailor Guardian's Gamble.
I make you do those because I like the dramatic way that you read them.
Thank you.
I'm
so
gonna make
good.
Monica do
I was
it
also
It is
trying
very
to share the live stream link with another Discord, and so I was like, I had the episode thing in the wrong place, and I'm like, okay, let me go tell these other people to come watch us. And then you're like, and I'm like, what?
All right, well, you have some time to plug things because I will now do my rundown of the episode. So we start off, Rini and Hotaru are hanging out. They're playing a card game. It involves sort of guessing which card is not the Joker. Hotaru is bad at this game. Rini is convinced that she's purposely being bad to let Rini win, but she's bad at the game. Meanwhile, Mehmet is worried about failing another mission, so while Dr. Tomoe is away, like buying snacks, she throws just every object that she can think of into the Easy Bake Oven all at once and sets it to run. This causes it to overload, which then creates a pocket dimension that sucks in the inside of the Tomoe mansion where Hotaru and Rini are. So they quickly figure out that they are now in a weird pocket dimension, and Rini uses the Luna P to call the other scouts for help. And then outside the door of Hotaru's bedroom, they discover that they appear to be in some kind of a jungle. So because of this call, the scouts do show up to the Tomoe mansion, and they find there Dr. Tomoe back from buying snacks, who is unable to get inside the house because the inside of the house is in an alternate dimension. Sailor Mercury's mini computer determines that the interior of the house was sucked into an alternate dimension and that that dimension will disappear in 1 hour. So they've got 1 hour to save Rini and Hotaru. Rini and Hotaru are currently traveling through the jungle, which then abruptly changes into like a snowy tundra landscape. Back in the real world, the scouts are like, we got to get there. Let's use Sailor Teleport. They do it. They get into the alternate dimension, but they're not like exactly where Hotaru and Ri are located. So now they're looking for them. Outside the Tomoe mansion, Amara, Michelle, and Trista do what they do best, which is show up to just watch and see how things play out and not assist in any way. Pluto gives them a rundown because she knows things, because time. And Amara says that, well, like if Hotaru just never escapes the alternate dimension and it collapses with her in it, like that works out great. That's fine by her. And meanwhile, inside, the scouts do eventually find Rini and Hotaru just as the two girls are falling from a cliff. Venus pulls them up with her love chain. And then they're like, how are we going to get out of here? We can't teleport you both back. And Hotaru says, well, why don't you leave me behind and just teleport home with Rini? Because I'm a freak who doesn't deserve to live. And that doesn't go over well with them. They don't go for that plan, obviously. So they keep wandering together and they find their way into an interior room where they discover a Yoma who has like a playing card theme. And she tells them, well, I'll let you return to your world, but you have to beat me at a game in order to return to your world. So they all start challenging her to different degrees of wisdom. Jupiter challenges her to roulette, which is a choice. She fails. It's implied that the enemy cheats, but I'm not sure that matters. It's roulette. Mars challenges her to Jenga. Again, the enemy cheats, so she fails. Mercury challenges her to chess very wisely. She should win, but the enemy cheats, so she fails. Venus and Moon together challenge her to a racing arcade game. The enemy cheats. They fail. So she's like, well, you've all failed. That sucks for you. And Rini's like, yeah, but Hotaru and I haven't played you yet. And so they challenge the Yoma to play Rini's card game that they were playing at the beginning of the episode. It's going pretty well. Rini wins. And because it's not a thing that can really be cheated at, the Yoma can't just cheat to win, but Hotaru still has to win. And Hotaru never wins at this game. So she's very worried, but every single person tells her that she has to trust her heart. She has to trust her instincts. This fills her with a sense of self-belief. And she chooses the right card. She gets the Ace of Hearts and not the Joker. And then she's so overwhelmed with how much of a strain all of this has been on her that she promptly passes out on the table. So this Yoma, as it does, reneges on her promise and refuses to release anyone, even though they won. So then Mini Moon uses Pink Sugar Heart Attack on the Yoma, which does fail, as it tends to do, but it accidentally breaks the card that Sailor Moon has been held in and sets her free. So then Sailor Moon kills the Yoma, and they all return home safely. Sorry, Amara, I know you were hoping that this would all just kind of be a problem that solved itself, but it wasn't. She made it back safe. That's the episode.
It's a wild episode.
It's a thing that happened.
It's funny. It's funny because like I'm listening to her describe, like giving the like summary, and like I watched it. We were there, but I'm like listening to it, and I'm just like, that's a thing that happened, and I just can't help but laugh.
It's a whole thing that sure occurred.
This episode sure did occur. Why don't we jump right into talking about what worked?
Yeah.
Let's
cousin counter real quick.
Oh, cousin counter.
Yeah,
right. It's holding at 20.
Holding strong at 20.
And I think we're in the clear.
I think part of the reason that it's holding strong, like it's holding steady at 20, is because Uranus and Neptune have not done fuck all for the last like 10 episodes and continued to do fuck all. They just show up, stand in the background, go, let's see how this plays out. And then see how it plays out and then leave again.
They stand together like they're posing for a prom photo.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly standing together like they're posing for a prom photo, doing nothing, looking beautiful.
Yep.
And then they leave.
That's it. I think it might have been you, but it might have been someone else in our most recent watch along who observed that for some reason they also never sit down when they're doing this. Like they need to importantly be standing in the back of every room, watching how things play out. Someone observed that those fuckers never sit down even when chairs are available.
They all stand together
in a back of the they stand together in the back of the room, making their judgments.
Heels, legs, look.
Yes, but that is the most that they do, and that's why the fact that they're cousins, I think, doesn't come up because they don't do fuck all.
They're just not there.
Oh, okay. It was Ura.
Yeah, it's true. The gays never sit.
Yo.
We can't let them know that we sit.
All right, so let's talk about what worked. What do we got here?
Our animation quality. What did we like about it?
So, personally, I didn't think it was amazing, but I didn't think it was bad either. I think we've had episodes where I kind of was cringing the whole time. This was not one of them. So I was giving them a B for better effort with animation.
Yeah, I think the animation wasn't the issue.
That's not the problem with this episode.
Not this time.
Who is Bright Pink Ducky?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the Bright Pink stuff.
Yep. So Ducky said that she also loved the Yoma's design this week. It was so fitting. It looked like every game thrown together with like a Vegas showgirl and a queen from a deck. I agree with that. I love the design where she looks like the queen from a playing card deck. For me, I thought the animation was decent, not the best, and sometimes like a little bit off model, but not unattractively so.
Oh, it's me. So, guys, I am the weird one. I love this episode. I had a great time. I was the only one in the room having a good time. So
I'm glad one of us was. You're going to have to carry the front half of this analysis where we say things that we like.
I liked this episode more in Japanese, which I'll have other things to say on later.
I genuinely enjoyed myself. I love the Monster of the Week design so much. I love the cape.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I just had a good time.
I mean, I also gotta chime in and say that I love the Monster of the Week design in this episode. I think it's great. I completely agree with you. And I agree with Ducky's note that, like, it does convey that, like, someone just threw a bunch of board games into the Monster Maker, and this is what we got. And I think, to that end, it's a really fantastic design. Also, Relia and I wouldn't stop saying, "Is this a Balatro?" to each other. I'm a big fan of the game Balatro, which is sort of like a video poker game, but also like a roguelike, where collecting jokers is really important. And they do have whack-ass designs like this monster.
Goofiest jokers, yep.
Yeah. Also, when Hotaru picks the Joker, it's very clearly the Black Joker, and I was like, yes, the Black Joker goes so hard a joke that I was only making with Julia. And Relia gets to. It's like, look at that Black Joker.
All right.
That's all we have to say on that.
Yeah, plot structure.
Man, I hate it when I get teleported into Jumanji.
Yes. You know what it reminded me? It was like if Jumanji and the Disney Channel original movie Smart House had a baby.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going so
you're right.
It's a good movie.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's sort of capturing on the same surreal horror.
Yeah.
I legit, like, rewatching it, Japanese was more cohesive. Like, it's still stupid, but it's more cohesive. And I legit liked the kind of surreal horror of how Mimet's fuckery causes the Tomoe estate to basically become like a dimensional hole. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a part where Hotaru opens her dresser drawer and there are fish swimming in it, like it's like full of the ocean. Yeah. I mean, if I opened my dresser drawer and there weren't underwear in it and the ocean was there, I'd also be kind of freaked out. Like, it is a cool, surreal, like, kind of lightly horror situation. I think that's, like, really fun.
Like, this kind of felt like one of those fanfics where, in order to, like, showcase plot or showcase, like, I don't know, this is tropes, this is going down a path, in order to showcase or the relationship building or hurt, comfort, or whatever it is, you just have everything happening. Like, the kitchen sink is in there, the piano is thrown at you, like, everything that could happen has happened in order for something to occur, but it doesn't make any sense. It just felt like one of those fanfics I used to read in, like, the late 90s, and I was just watching it happen to Rini and Hotaru.
Yeah, this was very much, we want to put these characters into a situation.
Yes.
In any means possible. It's happening.
you're just kind of along for the ride on this plot. You just kind of accept that it's happening and you just have to strap in. This is just going to be one of those episodes.
Yeah. There's a part where Mina uses the Venus Love Me chain to like lasso people out of a chasm. And it just sort of shoots off indefinitely into the darkness. And I like the suggestion that the Venus Love Me chain is just as long as she needs it to be. It is indefinite.
Cool.
It has an indefinite length. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a fun sort of visual like suggestion about how that works.
Agreed.
Totally.
All right, so characterization. What did we like?
I can read a little bit of Ducky's note, or summarize Ducky's note if you want me to.
I can do it just because I don't have one.
Oh,
for
okay,
a while,
sure.
So I'll
go for it.
This one. Yep. So Ducky felt like Usagi had a pretty solid plan, which was wild. And then Venus having the actual plan. So nice to see them having the brain cell. Low-key loved Tomoe panicking, thinking they've discovered his secret alter ego. Mad Dr. Tomoe. It's just me, but evil. Hotaru hanging on to Chibiusa despite having every disease. She's not a freak like me. Baby girl, no, please stop. Internalizing your ableism. Like, just kidding. I love this because of the growth you will have later, but woof. I also kind of love the Yoma being actually dangerous and self-sufficient despite being a failed experiment. So those are the things that Ducky liked.
Yeah. I really loved that this whole thing gets started because Mehmet would not stop fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
And in Japanese, it makes pretty clear. I don't quite remember this being the case in English, but it makes pretty clear that Mehmet thinks the Daimon aren't strong enough. And that's why she throws everything into the easy bake oven.
Oh, no, that's said in English.
Did they say that in English? Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. She thinks they don't have enough ingredients. And so she like throws everything in the kitchen sink in there. Which is honestly pretty classic Mehmet. Like she didn't think about like maybe that would overload it, maybe that would cause a problem.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, it's not enough. You know what the solution is? More shit. And frankly, that kind of foreshadows how she gets got.
Yeah, I mean, Mehmet is the one member of the Witches 5 who would never get accepted into Mugen Academy.
This version of Mehmet.
This version. Oh, yeah, like everything about the Witches 5 is drastically different for the 90s anime than is what is presented in the manga.
This frustrated Julia so much, she was like, let's watch Sailor Moon Crystal.
Damn.
I also like they have a Marasea line in English that's basically just sort of like, well, if she dies, she dies.
She dies.
And I was like, that can't possibly be what she says in Japanese. And it turns out that no, she kind of does say that, but it's really more like she's like, this could be a self-solving problem. Hey, if we don't save them, maybe two birds, one stone.
Yeah, maybe it's just for the best. Maybe it's just
kind of let it happen.
Yeah, she sort of suggests that like she doesn't care if the inners die in the English, sort of like they can all get fucked. Sort of how she delivers the line in English. In Japanese, it's much clearer that she's like, I'm talking about Hotaru. Like it's fine if Hotaru doesn't come out of this.
Oh my god.
Which is extra funny knowing that she's gonna be her dad someday.
She sure is.
Also, I saw a chat comment that was like, do we just like the 90s outers? No, we do not. We love the outers in this house.
Oh, here, you want
all
me to bring
versions
it up?
of the outers.
Okay, yeah, it was Random Eric asked, am I the only weirdo who doesn't hate Uranus and Neptune in the anime? I feel like they act a lot more realistic instead of just accepting Usagi as princess. Uranus especially just seems way more fatherly, if that makes sense. And no, this is a house that loves the outers.
Yeah, we love the outers over here. Strongly love the outers.
Yes. So, and we will be getting to comments after we finish the positive section, but we just wanted to make sure that we establish that this is an outer love house.
Since I was commenting on the outers, I wanted to call attention to that one.
Fine. So, first, my back is fine. I got injections, so I feel nothing. Thank you. I feel nothing. But anyway, so for me, I'm just like, part of me was frustrated because Serena's just she's Serena, so she's not able to read the room, but it's like you expect that from her, so it's like I want to be mad, but But also I have to comment on what Ducky said, because I agree. 10 points for Venus for using that Love Me chain to save Rini. We will see that again. But I also love the idea that it's just like, today I need you to be 6 feet. Today I need you to be infinite. Today I need you. I think that's fabulous and so on key, like on point for Venus.
It was me who said that.
It was, and
yeah,
I fully agree with that. Fully agree with that. But when Ducky was mentioning, like, she mentioned something. I'll find it later. Anyway, the other thing, switching from yay happy to like, our has every disease Hotaru. She's so self-isolated and so like self-deprecating and just so every disease and every sadness, and it just damn. And like, I don't know, it was just really sad that she couldn't understand the friendship that Rini has for her, that the inners have for her, and the outers don't worry about it. But she just doesn't understand. And it's baby, I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad that she just doesn't get that they're trying to protect her, they're trying to help her. They don't care about all these things that she sees and feels. We'll care soon, but they don't care. And that she just doesn't get it, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's really sad. So, I did try to find a few things that I liked here. One of the things that I liked was I do like a scene where we get to see the Senshi like trying to strategize around their various abilities and actually plan ahead before taking action. It's so nice to see and so frustratingly rare in this series. Like so often you're just like, why don't they do this? Why don't they think about that? Blah, blah, blah. And in this episode, you actually see them talking about, well, what if we do this? What if we do that? We should do this. That would be useful, including Moon and Venus, which is great to see. They could be having these conversations all the time. It's really nice to see it here. The other thing I really liked characterization wise in this episode on my second watch to do my summaries was this was an episode where you really get to see Mercury's contributions to the team, because so much of the fact that they're able to approach the situation at all, first of all, is because Mercury with her computer is analyzing the situation, able to tell what has occurred and what the status is of it. And then once they go in there, the entire reason that they're able to find Rini and Hotaru is because Mercury's tracking their location on her computer, and Mercury's able to determine that there's a strict timetable on which the alternate reality will shift into a new form. So she's able to say, okay, it's going to switch in another 5 seconds. Bam, there it goes. Okay, ready, guys, it's going to switch in another 5 seconds. Bam, there it goes. And she's really behind the scenes the reason that they are so easily able to manage this whole situation. It's not a Mercury episode, but it's an episode where she is just low key contributing the whole time, and that's really nice to see.
All right, and then I just said it's what happens if all the characters were in Jumanji.
Yeah. All right. So, relevance to the ongoing story?
No. Filler Party 2000.
I believe we do get a tiny bit of foreshadowing about Hotaru being a Senshi. Just a little bit. A crumb of foreshadowing.
Yeah. Ducky said this was fillers are us, but I do like this one for at least character development. Rini believing in Hotaru despite her failing to pick the right card every single time. Trust the heart of the cards. For me, like as far as relevance, this episode was this was a fever dream.
Yeah, nothing happened that mattered. You know what I mean?
Okay, so was this exciting and engaging, even if it wasn't relevant or high quality?
Nah. Just nah.
Ducky enjoyed this one. She felt like the premise wasn't super exciting because of all of the plot armor, and that this would have been cooler for like Nehelenia or Mistress Nine. We'll have to ask her more about what she means by that comment.
I see what she means by Nehelenia at the very least. Like, Nehelenia does weird, like, mirror dimensional stuff and traps people in their nightmares and, is more of a time and space bendy type villain. And so I think, this is what I got out of that answer. I don't know if really how Ducky feels, but like the way I would interpret that is like, I think she's saying this would be better fitting for a villain who already does that instead of like a weird monster of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yep. I mean, I just felt like if the premise for this one wasn't so random and out of left field, this could have been more interesting.
See, whereas I'm like, I love the movie Jumanji and I love the movie Smart House, so like this is a good time for me.
Okay, so what were our standout moments?
In classic Cloverway 90s cut Deke Dub fashion, we have an excellent bit of trash talk, and Ray calls someone a sandwich short of a picnic, which is fucking fantastic.
I mean, either she's dunking on Serena as always, but she might be talking about Dr. Tomoe here, because he is being the weirdest little guy in this episode.
My God. Oh, wait. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I think it was Ducky has a comment in here that her favorite stand-up moment was, "There's no way we're leaving you. We love a good old Rogerian unconditional positive regard in this house." They just support Hotaru so much.
It's just so pure. For me, and I forget, I'm pretty sure it was Serena to Rini. That's a planet power promise. And I'm just like, this is so 90s dub, it actually physically hurts me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I listen, these podcasts are my life force. That's a planet power promise. But anyway, also, the whatever foreshadowing, that there was a line, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. It'll come to me at midnight when we're no longer streaming, but it's fine. There was a foreshadowing line about the sailors like protecting your friends, and like we always protect our friends, we take care of our friends. And I'm like, I like that nice little nod because they're saying that to Hotaru when no one really knows yet what's about to happen, and no one knows yet that she's Saturn. And I just thought that was a really nice kind of thing for her. Also, and I'm like reading this and I'm like, did I really use a Taylor Swift line for this? Okay, fine. I didn't even catch that. I guess Toei Animation was bored trapping the Sailor Scouts in glass. I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. I'm just saying.
I did have a standout moment that I liked, which was the chess match between Mercury and the Yoma, and the chess match just blows up in her face. Was admittedly hilarious.
Her face when in the aftermath of that was
so good. No, my favorite was when Venus saved the kids with the love chain, because that was just so heroic, and I love a good Venus moment.
Mm-hmm. All right, favorite part? Ducky's was Artemis saying, "My hair can't get any whiter from worry." So good.
My favorite part, and I'm not a kind person at all, my God. My favorite part was Hotaru being so happy to win. But babe, you're still not the champ. You never won. Ever. You've never won anything. Except every disease.
She won a differential diagnosis. My favorite part was the Balatro.
Yeah, I agree. My favorite part was also the Balatro.
Mine was the villain's coat.
We liked this design.
We did like this design. Yeah.
All right. So favorite character of the episode? Ducky really liked the otters just standing around drinking Gatorade. That's what they do. My favorite character was the Balatro.
Mine was the monster of the week.
I'm gonna give mine to Dr. Tomoe eating snacks on his front porch.
I just realized I never answered, but I like that answer. I'm gonna steal Monica's answer.
Okay. You're gonna upvote my answer? Okay.
I'll upvote you.
Okay.
+1.
Yep. Do we want to hit the comments?
Yeah, we got a lot of good ones this time.
Excellent.
Or, well, all the time, because our comment section is always amazing. But
Yes.
Lady Chappelle wants you to know that she loves the dramatic voice that Monica reads the intro titles with.
Yes, Monica.
I do too.
Yolandak 2020 says, I love how Uranus and Neptune know when just to hang back.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna watch.
Yep. And then Ninja Master 551 coming in saying, sounds like Rini and Hotaru are trapped in the digital world, considering how much the environments are changing. And then Yolandak 2020 also says, when you look that good, you don't have to do much else.
I assume
The
that's
outers,
the outers.
yes.
Because who else
Yeah,
looks that good and
okay.
stands around not doing much else? Hell yeah.
Nope. They all three look so good. And then Yolanda 2020 also says crackfic, yes. Which we're all here for. And then Random Eric coming in saying, as someone currently writing a fanfic where all the sense you get boyfriends and not nonsensical Shinto pairings don't at me, I concur the crackfics rule. We're here.
Look, crackfics are great.
We're here for all the pairings. Yeah. And I was super excited to see Random Eric saying, and yes, Ray is Michi's favorite character, Chad. Because I ship Ray and Chad so hard. And then Random Eric also says, all love for the outers, and I mean all the outers, not just the space gays. We love all 4 outers.
Yes.
Rizuki actually does a fantastic cosplay of Saturn.
Thank you.
And Neptune and Uranus. Well, all the outers, but I was thinking of your Saturn.
I love her. That was not planned, but I love being my tiny little death baby with every disease.
That's her.
And then Felipe Barak says, they may not have lasted long in the manga Crystal, but hey, at least they were competent and did their job.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
And then Random Eric says, we ship Ray and Chad and Amy and Greg in this house. Yes.
Greg, we miss you.
Green flag, Greg, I miss you so much.
He was so high quality.
Underrated gem.
Definitely. And then Random Eric also says, back in the day, I remember so many Mercury cosplayers who Mercuried out their DS lights. Extra points for those who imported theirs from Japan, since if I recall correctly, they didn't sell that color in the S until way later.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, what a standout moment.
I mean, it's such a good fit because like the DS has such the look of the mini computer.
I'm like 90% positive Erica of K-Sisters Cosplay does that.
Yes. Nice. Says she was saying Serena was a sandwich short of a picnic to Tomoe, if I recall correctly.
It was a 50-50 shot for me that it was going to be about Serena because it's always about Serena.
Truly.
True. And then Random,
but Tomoe was acting very sandwich short of a picnic in that episode.
And then Random Eric says, always count on Artemis to bring the snark. Honestly, I would love to meet Artemis's voice actor because like,
yo, same. I would love to just meet Artemis.
Same.
He feels like he'd be so cool to hang out with.
He does.
Like, I would just give him snacks and he would play video games with me.
Yeah, I would love to have a chill boy cat who I can be like, stop eating the plastic, and then he'd listen to me.
Yeah.
Get out of there, and then he'd listen to me. I mean, I have a chill boy cat, but he doesn't listen to me.
He does not.
No.
He would like a popped corn.
He would like a popped corn, especially if the popped corn has something on it he can't have, like artificial butter or cheese.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Yolanda 2020 also says, I agree, it's as 90s dub as it gets about the episode, I believe. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that was about the sandwich short of a picnic line.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, trash talk.
I was like, I try to remember what your comments are about, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, and it's been a minute. Like,
and then, this is a point that really bothered me. Ura says, love how Tomoe is going on and on about his evil plan in front of Luna and Artemis, yet they say nothing.
Yeah, it's unclear in that episode because I think he's facing away from the camera the whole time. It's unclear whether he's monologuing out loud in front of these two cats. He doesn't know that they speak English, but we know. Or whether this is just his internal monologue. And so I sort of hope that it's just his internal monologue.
Yeah, because otherwise,
Otherwise, why didn't they do anything with that information?
Right, honestly.
A lot of time could have been saved.
Yeah, they could have been like, hey, you know the big evil? He's right here.
Here he is.
Yeah, you didn't hear the shit he was saying while you guys were gone.
Yep. All right. That we'll keep the comments to there for now.
All right. So let's get into some things we didn't love so much. So animation quality, where did it fall short?
So I know in this section we talk about the voices also. And I know I already talked smack about the animation, so I'm going to switch. I can't stand Trista Mayo. I need her to stop talking. I need her to never speak again. Like her inflection and her tone and her it's so like hype. It's so not Setsuna, and it drives me nuts. I can't take her seriously. She's not helpful to me at all.
it's not that she has a bad voice acting performance, it's that her voice acting performance is completely wrong for this character.
Exactly. It just does not fit this character, this tone, and what's happening at all. I'm sure she'd be, if I listen to another role of hers, I'm sure it'd be fine. It just does not work for Pluto at all.
Yeah. So Ducky felt like it was fine, not the worst, but not the best. The voice acting was okay. Trista, she liked more when she was young. She sounded like a cool older cousin that was like weird for you to call cousin, but not old enough to be an auntie. But now she just sounds so young. She really does. She sounds so young. For me, I felt like Dr. Tomoe was all over the place voice acting wise in this episode. I had so much whiplash watching this and listening to it. Michi. You're on mute.
That helps.
There you
like
go.
I said, everything was mid. Like it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so plot structure. Where did that flop?
There was a plot.
Ducky also says, she said this earlier, but she feels like the plot would have worked better for a major villain.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's
yes. Okay. I interpreted that correctly.
Yes.
You did. You absolutely did. For me, what happened? Did someone take shrooms and then write this episode? What happened? What is this?
And I was just like, this is a really cool premise, but it's on a throwaway villain.
Yeah, it seems like you and Ducky kind of agree with that. Like, this would have been better for a bigger and more important threat. I don't know if I love or hate the gang just sort of showing up outside the Tomoe house, which I capitalized the H in house because it's like a giant mansion. Like, it's like a historical landmark, the Tomoe house. And being like, hello, we're your friendly local superhero squad. We know your kid let us in to help, okay? Like, they just sort of roll up and just like have a bizarre regular conversation in their transformed states on the lawn. Dude, they sailor teleport in front of the main villain. I mean, we've already established that no one gives a single shit about the masquerade here, but like, come on. That's one of the things that I think is stupid about this episode. It's not like it's not necessarily the plot. Like, it has more cohesion in Japanese, I think, and I noted that as I was rewatching it, I saw a lot of people noting like, it's so random, it's goofy, it's, it seems like everything just thrown in. And it has, at least watching Japanese, it has a pretty clear structure. Like, Mehmet fucks with the Easy Bake Monster Oven. It causes a dimensional anomaly centered on a Balatro Yoma. The gang arrives to deal with it, has to manage the chaos of finding people in an ever-shifting dimension. It's just stupid. Like, the plot is pretty straightforward. It's just kind of stupid. Like, we have this whole bit where they're outside talking to Dr. Tomoe, and they don't really, like, do anything about it. They use Sailor Teleport in front of him. I think I'm going to complain later about Jukes choosing roulette as like, it's just stupid. It's not that the plot doesn't make any sense. It's the rest of it is dumb.
They lost me at the part where the driving conceit for this plot is that, like, Mehmet has access to the Easy Bake Oven because Dr. Tomoe had to go to the store to buy snacks.
Right, yes.
Like, that's what they... I'm like...
Unbelievably stupid.
What? What?
Like, that's the reason that he never left the house until now?
That's the best they could do. They were like, how are we going to come up with a reason that Mehmet can just use the oven? I don't know. Dr. Tomoe, like, has the munchies, I guess. He really wanted a bottle of Yoo-hoo. Some Funyuns.
Some jelly donuts.
Like, come on. All right. So characterization. What were the weaknesses?
I know I've complained about this before. I'm probably going to complain about it some more. This was another hardcore showcase that Amara is nothing like Haruka whatsoever. It's two different people. Just that's it. They're not the same.
Concur.
Yeah. And Monica, do you want to take Ducky's ones in this one?
Sure.
Disparate.
Ducky once again wants us to please stop robbing Haruka of her gentleness. which I completely agree with. Otherwise, she thinks it was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest characterization issue here was like Dr. Tomoe was just so inscrutable here. Like, what was I supposed to make of his character? My guy, what even are you? Like, I he was so all over the place. It's already sort of hard to know what to make of him as a villain, because he's so under characterized in general. He's just kind of there. But in this case, they made him so fucking weird that it actively makes it hard to engage with him as the villain that we're worrying about. I also feel like this episode didn't add anything for Hotaru and Rini. Like, this episode was again for them, but it feels like all of the ground that they were treading here is stuff that's already been trod in the previous episodes that we just watched. I don't feel like we learned anything new here, or there was any new growth in their relationship. Was like we already knew Hotaru didn't believe in herself and thought that she was like a sick freak, and that Rini believes in her and wants her to believe herself and encourages her to believe in herself. All of that has happened in multiple episodes previous. And yes, in real life, it takes a lot of time for someone to internalize that change. But in a narrative, you have to actually move something forward in an appreciable way. And it didn't feel like we moved anything forward with the characters here.
Yeah, Deki agrees with you that she felt like we get a little extra in terms of the Senshi lending Hotaru their friendship as well. Like, we're all here for you, baby girl.
I just said everything was all over the map. It wasn't really a good characterization episode.
Yeah, here's where I complained. The way the girls choose to compete against Balatro Monster is kind of stupid. Like, even without the monster cheating, like, Jupes, my girl, why did you pick roulette? It's random!
Like, there will never be any world in which I believe that Makoto is so stupid that she would pick roulette. Like, in any world, don't you think Makoto would be like, let's have an arm wrestling contest? And then they would go, and then the villain would cheat by using both hands or something? Like, roulette? What? Your lives are counting on this.
Right, yeah, it's just,
what?
It's even without, the monster didn't need to cheat. It's just random.
Yeah, and the odds are against you.
Oh man, yeah, that was weird. Just stupid.
The fact that like Moon and Venus made a significantly wiser choice of game than Jupiter is insane to me, because they picked a game that they're experienced at and that they think they're good at, and Jupiter chose roulette.
Yeah. Yeah, it also squanders kind of an opportunity to like tell us something about what games the girls like or are interested in or showcase their skills. Like, obviously we have Ami choosing chess, which is both a wise choice and something we know she's good at.
Yes.
And like, we didn't quite get that for everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Part of the problem for me is when I think about what game could you give to Rei that would showcase who she is and what talents she relies on in herself. The problem is that the game you would give her is the game that Chibiusa and Hotaru are playing, which is that you use your intuition and your instincts to predict a card. She would be perfect for that, but they needed Rini and Hotaru to do that, so they were like, I guess Rei
could have had Rei play Hanafuda instead and gone with her like traditional Japanese thing, because she's sort of got a like, she's a Shinto priestess. She's sort of got like a Japanese culture thing going for her, and like she could have picked a culturally Japanese game instead.
Yep.
But she didn't.
She didn't. They had choices. They like Makoto could have gone with something that demonstrated either her strength or some sort of physical coordination game. Like, there's plenty of things you can do. Like, imagine Jupiter. I would have loved to see Jupiter playing like shuffleboard, where she has to, like, you don't have to be strong, you have to be precise, and she like lines it up perfectly. I'd be like, ooh, the detail skills of her. That would be cool.
I was just about to make a crokinole joke.
Yeah, it's the same
Juice
thing.
is like, Crokinole.
Uh-huh.
All right. Do we want to move on?
Yeah. Okay. So, issues with relevance to the ongoing story.
All thoroughly agreed that there is no relevance to the ongoing story.
Straight down, all five of us
said
agreed.
no.
Nope. So, was it boring? And if so, why?
Rizuki was funny.
Yeah, the Rizuki's note, she had to step away for a sec, was that it wasn't boring, but Rini and Hotaru are super cute, but I didn't care. And then we all agree.
Yeah, I was kind of the one who, like, I'll be the one to say I was bored by this episode because it felt like the premise just came so far out of left field that I couldn't bring myself to have absolutely any investment in it. It was too random for me to feel any sense that, like, I should care about the outcome, because at every point I was just like, what is happening? What is happening here? What is this nonsense? It took me too far out, so I felt very frustrated watching this episode.
I enjoyed it.
Michi is ready to be Jumanji. And you know what the thing is, like, I'd be ready to be Jumanji. Jumanji itself is cool.
Yeah.
But
if the whole thing had started with like a game Yoma with and then they like Rini and Hotaru like sit down to play the game that the Yoma has ensnared to get pure hearts or whatever, and then they get trapped, the game sucks them in and they get trapped in the game world and they have to play challenges to get out. And when the other Senshi show, I'm doing the fix-it fic.
You and I have been doing this fix-it fic every time we've talked. Yeah, you're fixing it, which is by making it Jumanji.
Yeah. If it had been more like the plot of Jumanji, I would have liked it a lot more, actually.
Same. Absolutely same.
Is it my
Welcome
turn?
back.
All right. The worst part?
I think it was more toward the beginning of the episode, but there was still so many like upskirt panty shots of Rini, and I'm like, we just don't need that. That's just not necessary.
Yeah. Don't ever want that.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Thing that it could have done entirely without. This is the same answer from everybody. Okay, so what would make it better? This is our Cooking Mama section. Usually I take a game attempt at it. I did not. However, Monica has made a game attempt throughout the course of our conversation to pitch this episode as
the plot of Jumanji. Yeah. I could keep going if you want me to.
I mean, if you want to, it's up to. If you have more thoughts on how to improve this episode, bring it.
Improving the thought of like the plot of Jumanji, right? Like then the gals show up and maybe instead of having the weirdest conversation imaginable with Dr. Tomoe, have to sneak into their house or something, or like if you specifically want it to continue to happen at the Tomoe estate, and they're sucked into the game, they like have to get past Kara Night or whatever and be like, nah, we're gonna go play board games with Hotaru in her room, you know? And she can be like, why are the girls in the house? You know what I mean? They pick up their pieces and they also get sucked into the game, but Hotaru and Rini are ahead of them, like, because this isn't Jumanji like played on a track, if I recall correctly. Yeah. But Hotaru and Rini are ahead of them in the game, so they have to figure out how to like overcome some obstacles if they want to rescue them, and then they figure out how to do it, and they get back together, and as a team they defeat the final boss, who's the Yoma. No one gets their heart stolen, and it would have been a much better episode at the end.
I mean, also, I actually really like that concept because I think that you actually could have, in a Jumanji scenario, you could have made good use of Jupiter, because like Jumanji is inherently in a jungle. You are dealing with a lot of plant problems, and it would have been nice to see some features of Makoto as our plant girl.
We could have cut a lot of the time spent talking to Hotaru's dad on his lawn. And instead had each of the girls in the game solve a problem with their strongest skill. Like exactly. Jupiter has to identify a plant, Ray has to rely on her intuition, Mina can talk her way past a guardian or something. You know, Ami does some math and solves the problem with her little computer. You know, like yeah. And then Usagi finishes off the monster at the end, and it kills the Yoma, and it spits everybody back out awkwardly into Hotaru's room. And they're like, "Why do you have so many lamps?" Episode over.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a great episode if they had made it about every person contributing and solving something that is perfectly catered to their strengths. Yeah. All right. So, let's rate this episode.
Oh boy.
Ducky gave this one a 2.5. She said, "It's cute. It's better."
It's a 2 for me. It's laboring.
2, I guess.
Yeah.
I struggled. I really disliked this episode, but I was like, I guess it's not a 1.
Yeah, it's not literally the worst thing we've ever watched.
Yeah.
I was like a 2, and then I was like, I don't know, it's not a bad, but it's not a banger either. And then when I rewatched it in Japanese, I liked it more. So I jumped it up to a 3. It's fun, but it is stupid.
I said 3 out of 5. It's a really cool premise.
It is a cool premise, and then it like kind of fails a little bit to deliver on the part that's cool.
Yeah,
I agree. It's a cool premise. It's fun but stupid. I agree with you.
All right, so I think that averages out to a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. Smash or pass?
I like this monster design, but I am not smashing. I'm continuing my abstinence from sexy objects.
I tried so hard not to snort just now. I felt it. Ooh, it's a no for me, dog.
Ducky says, finally, a Yoma I would smash again. Our drought is over. We can always count on Ducky to be the most likely to smash.
And I'm like, can we go out for coffee? Like, she seems kind of fun.
Like, pass. I like a Balatro, but I disliked this episode too much to smash. It took me out of the mood. Do we recommend it?
If you care about Rini, Taru, friendship, cuteness, explosion, then yeah. Otherwise, nah.
Ducky agreed. This was a hard skip for me. This episode made me mad.
I said this episode was fun and trippy, but weird.
I would skip it if I'm honest. Like it's silly, but it doesn't really add anything. It's not even like a great character development episode. If they had done something like we were talking about, where like all the girls have an opportunity to show off their skills, or we like get to see them challenge as a team, or we get to like see the deepening of the friendship between Hotaru and Chibi Moon in a way that we haven't already established, I think it would be higher up on our recommend list. But that doesn't happen, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so I think this averages out to a skip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, I like that.
I do like that.
All right, and then we are at
54:36.
I'm on computer. You want to work? Cool.
Nice.
Hey, we kept it under an hour.
Hey. All right. So you want to hit the comments?
Yes. Come on, Restream. All right. Random Eric says, I don't hate it. I feel like Mako is someone who believes in the power of luck. After she's been so unlucky, her parents died, her boyfriend had left her, etc. She believes that her luck is turned around by meeting her friends and becoming a guardian. So she feels she can keep that luck rolling. That's a really positive way to look at it.
That's cute.
I like that. And Lady Chappelle Cosplay says, I agree, Minako deserves more love. Always.
Yes, always.
We love Minako in this house.
And then Ninja Master 551 said, you may as well ask to play a game with loaded dice. That pretty much is the episode.
Yep.
And then Lady Chappelle Cosplay said, I would love Minako and Artemis to play Mario Kart and see who wins.
They would have
They
fun.
would have fun. And Lady Chappelle also says, no plot here for episode 111. Let's see. Lady Chappelle says the worst part is the whole episode.
That's how I felt about this one. I did not care for it.
And then Ninja Master 501 says, I personally prefer the approach of the first Jumanji movie and the book approach where the elements of the game come into the real world, but that sounds like a very different episode. That would be a wild episode.
Yeah, it would.
And then everybody is just agreeing 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. All right, and that's our comments.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into dub episode 112, Goddess Eclipsed. That's a cool
I like
name.
that.
It's actually supposed to say goodness.
This is supposed to say goodness?
Oh.
It's supposed to say goodness.
Oh.
Okay, I copied this.
That's not as cool of a name.
I copied this like from Wikipedia, so someone typed that wrong on Wikipedia. That list of episode titles also listed the same episode name twice in a row. So clean up your shit, Wikipedia. The Japanese.
That's a shame.
Yeah, right. Usually it's pretty well community maintained. Yeah. Maybe someone else just got auto-corrected. I don't know. Anyway, the Japanese episode title is The Messiah of Silence Awakens, Stars of Destiny.
All right, let's get into it. So we start off, we're finally backtracking to the beginning of the season, dozens of episodes ago, and Rei has her vision again of the end of the world. This time in her vision, there's like a female Grim Reaper figure who's very much got Hotaru's silhouette, and she swings a glaive at them. So back in the real world, Rini shows up and says that she wants to go to a show at the local planetarium and she wants to bring Hotaru with her. The scouts talk about how they think that if they do that, the outers will probably show up too, because they very much notice that they've been doing nothing but stalking Hotaru. Meanwhile, Michelle is talking to their outers and she reveals that she's been having the same exact visions that Rei's been having and that she knows that Rei is having them too. The outers all discuss this and they all talk about how they know that Hotaru must obviously be the Sovereign of Silence. Back to Rini, she accosts Hotaru outside of school and invites her to go to the planetarium, like right then and there. She's like, hey, let's go to the planetarium on a date right now. And Hotaru doesn't want to run off like without even asking her dad's permission. But Rini tells her, like, your dad can get fucked. And the squad are there too. And they agree that she should just leave him a voicemail and he can get fucked. So she does. That's the whole plan. All of them go to the planetarium. The outers are also there for stalking reasons. Mehmet is there for evil reasons. And Mehmet's target is the host of the planetarium show. So Pluto meets up with the inners and she tells them what she knows about the upcoming apocalypse. And she finally reveals to them that she knows that Rei's been having visions about it. And Rei's like, oh yeah, I kind of have. I didn't want to worry anybody. Didn't think I'd tell my friends, but yeah. So Pluto then shows all of the inners that the same vision that Rei's had. And she explains to them about this concept of the Sovereign of Silence, who's gonna, usher in an era of chaos. Meanwhile, Mehmet is hatching her evil plan and she summons an extremely naked star-themed Yoma. Hotaru, this is a lot for her. She has a fainting spell. Rini immediately tries to go get help, but she's stopped by Sailor Uranus, who's like, maybe we should just kind of let her expire naturally. Meanwhile, the other Senshi are confronting Mehmet, who then fucks off. The danger that they're in because of the Yoma causes Hotaru to finally begin to awaken as Saturn. The Saturn symbol appears on her forehead, and she just gives this like death glare to the Yoma, which like freezes it into submission, and then Sailor Moon is able to dust the Yoma. But before anything else can happen, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all at the same time immediately combo attack Hotaru. Hotaru stands there looking evil and very excited to brush off their attack, but Rini steps in front of her to shield her, and Sailor Moon runs in and knocks them both out of the way safely. The Deathbusters then like teleport Hotaru back to the lab, where they're like excited about her awakening, and the outers are like, hey, she's gone. Hey. That's the episode.
Star placement is is a good way to describe this episode because there's some interesting star placements.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what did we like? Animation quality / voice acting.
Loved this spectacularly freaky vision sequence at the beginning, where we see Rey's vision of the destruction, which I think we've seen before, but it plays out a little further, and we see, the Messiah of Silence with her. It's definitely not the Silence Glaive, and like, her eyes are glowing in the black silhouette of her face, and it's very cool and freaky, and I just really liked this opening sequence. I thought it was delightful.
It is. The animation is woof, oof, yikes. Like, this is truly an animation team that is somehow hornier than the horny animation team. Like, this is a Yoma that kind of has to be looked up to be understood. I was going to say appreciated, but I don't know if appreciated is the right word here. This Yoma, I cannot overemphasize how aggressively naked this Yoma is.
That's the best way to put it. So I guess I was full of hate because I put my hate here instead of what worked, but I'm gonna roll with it. I'm positive that the eyes were driving me insane. Positive, see? I clipped that.
I like how you spun that. So Ducky liked the creepy music for Hotaru's awakening, and she also liked Setsuna taking them into Rey's vision via the Garnet Orb. Very cool touches.
I agree with that. Yeah, I like the little... Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, and I really liked Hotaru's awakening was a cool animation. Like, I'm such a big fan of, like, the forehead symbols and, like, that whole trope. I'm a big fan.
Yep. Okay, plot structure?
I love that Rey's vision finally came back from hiatus. It took a break, a nap, whatever. And I love that there was more to them, like Monica was saying. It wasn't the same exact vision. There was like more parts to it that I really enjoyed because it kind of showcased that like this is getting more serious. There's more to it. There's more danger involved. I love that. Polycule figured out Hotaru is the sovereign of silence. Oh, we're growing. So that was cool. And then of course Hotaru's awakening. So I enjoyed the process of that, and I enjoyed the way that we're being fed. I liked it.
Yeah, we got so much plot in this episode as opposed to the plot desert we were previously in. Shit's hitting the fan, gals. It's getting real. We're getting towards the end of this arc. So now, of course, things are getting interesting. And I had to note this, that I seem to recall that there was a line being translated as the oldest daughter of Dr. Tomoe, which in this episode, they describe her as the only daughter of Dr. Tomoe in Japanese, which is, the thing that's true. But it turns out that the eldest daughter of Dr. Tomoe is set in a different episode. Not in this episode. So that'll come up again. But it wasn't this episode.
Yep.
I left that note, and then I realized I was wrong.
All right, so Ducky's positive on Plotcher was whoop, endgame begins. And oh hey, finally the reason for the needing to kill a child thing. Cool motive, still child murder, but a little more understandable now. A positive for me was that I do love a planetarium. Always exciting.
And I love that everyone finally sees the vision. I love that it's not just in Rey's head and she's just like, oh, it's okay. I'm having these terrible like visions of we're all gonna die, but I'm not gonna share them. It's totally fine. I'm happy everyone finally knows and finally sees it and finally has an understanding of the concern.
Yeah, I feel like the positives here are so much that the fact of the story is advancing. Like, things are starting to come together. The outers are sharing some information with the inners. We're finally learning about Saturn and the meta plot, and it's happening via actually plot events then coming to pass. This is good.
Yes, and I just want to talk about the monster of the week for a minute. So I remembered this episode, but I didn't remember her tits being out. So I was like, what's going on?
They are out.
Yeah, they are.
She just has star pasties.
Cartoon Network put
Oh,
a
is
bra
that a
on
Cartoon
her.
Network
Yes.
edit?
Oh my god.
Cartoon Network put a bra
Frankly,
on her.
Oh, they
understandable.
did
That's
put
why I
a bra
remembered.
on her.
I was like, I remember her, but I don't
Free
remember her
the-
titties. And
Free
I'm
the
like,
titty. Free the titty.
but yeah, chat, now you can get an idea. When we mean this monster was wild, we mean this monster was wild.
Yeah,
So
she was.
Oh.
All right. Characterization. Ducky really liked, I'm out of allowance money, baby girl. Also, Mehmet, you got to get your autograph first. We know she's learned this lesson, girl. Ducky also really liked the outer synchronicity in this. Pluto is trying so hard to bridge to the inners, and I agree. I really like that role for her. For me, I loved Michelle and Ray having the same dream. They are the two senshi who we know have prescience, and it's nice to see them actually demonstrating that commonality between them.
I seconded that because I loved that, and I hate that we only see that like maybe one other time in Stars. I just wish it like they played with that more because that's such a really cool thing that they both have, and we could really utilize that. But no, so I
Yep.
fully agree with that. But also, I'm gonna assume I don't remember. I guess they were talking about like they used the word gang a lot in this. I remember because I just kept quoting Cat's Eye over and over and over. In my notes. Because I wrote like Amara's gang, Serena's gang, gang.
Gang, 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 gang.
Gang, gang. But
Oh man, I really like the way Ray is tormented by the visions while like all her friends are carrying on and studying and having their being normal. It's a good beat for her. I like that little bit of character beat for her. Also, Mehmet is a dumbass, and I love that for her. It's gonna kill her, but I love that for her right now.
Yep. I mean, high point characterization wise for me, the outers instantly went for the kill shot on a sickly child. I love that for them because it's so on brand. Like if you need to know who the outers are, what kind of soldiers they are, they were like, okay, the immediate danger is past. We kill the child.
yep.
This may be the only time in the entire series when we see a triple combo attack, all three of them, and this is what they are doing.
Will tell
they
us
are
about it.
attempting to murder the sickly child.
Yep. And I'm just laughing because Mehmet being upset she didn't get the autograph was so good. Like, and it was, what was the character that she was crushing on? It was like some combo of like Hawk's Eye and a Starlight. And
He had the worst, like he had spiky
Yeah,
hair, but it like dipped in the middle.
and big ass forehead.
This was not a sexy man.
no.
No. Like, no.
Just
No,
no.
I have some notes about him, but they're in the other half of this discussion.
Yeah.
All right, so what was our relevance to the ongoing story?
Lots happened for once, which, oh my god, that makes up for all of the filler we've dealt with for I lost track of how many episodes, so yes, very relevant.
Like 100 and what episode number is this?
12?
Yeah, like well, in Japanese 119, so like 119.
As relevant
This episode,
go for it. Sorry, I got lost.
It could not be, no problem. It could not be more relevant. This episode, it's so relevant.
Yeah, as relevant as this last one is how irrelevant how irrelevant the last one is how relevant this one is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, was it exciting and engaging, even if it wasn't relevant or high quality?
Ignoring the line delivery, yes. A lot happened that will change how the girls act moving forward, and it's pushing the plot along. So, absolutely.
Yeah, it was like very engaging. Lots happened, and it moved fairly steadily. Ducky also agreed that this one was so fun.
And I enjoyed it.
All right, what were our standout moments?
For me, it was the Outer's triple attack and also seeing Ray's vision through the Garnet Orb. I just thought those two parts were just so cool, and I would love to see more like moments of that throughout the 90s series, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, Ducky also really liked Cheebs jumping in untransformed to save Hotaru for this. Like, oh, she said my whole heart. And I agree. That was a really, really nice moment.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, favorite part?
The planetarium part with everyone, it was super pure before chaos ensued, and then it was no longer pure. So I would say that.
Yeah. My favorite part was the Inners directly commenting on the fact that all the Outers do lately is stalk Hotaru.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Ducky agreed. It was objectively funny.
And I couldn't agree more.
Me too. Yeah, no, your favorite part was something
the
else.
victim of the day was a cross between Hokusai and Taiki.
It was.
Yeah, it was pink spikes and forehead.
That's it.
All right. Favorite character of the episode? For me, I don't know. I guess the planetarium. I really love a planetarium. And Ducky chose the Yoma. Ducky loves her.
I do too. She's wild, but she's fun.
All right, let's hit comments then.
All right, so ask, how did you enjoy the statement in Japanese, Monica?
This is because she repeatedly says like "wish upon a star" while she's shooting things at people, which like I think I was just talking to Julia through that part, and it didn't really bother me.
And then Lady Chevelle says hi to Luna the Diva, my little cat who was fighting me on trying to have my face seen on screen. And then Lady Chevelle also says Mimette is my favorite of the Witches 5. Honestly, she's an icon.
Honestly, I kind of love all of them. I mean, in different ways. They're all pretty great.
Yeah. And then Ura says we do get a triple attack at the first episode of Stars.
Everything happens at the beginning of Stars.
Yeah, it does.
And then Random America asked, didn't we get a combined Moon Tiara Fire Soul Shaban spray in season 1?
I believe that's true. Yeah.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we did.
I was thinking of the Outers specifically in terms of triple combo attacks.
Because they're barely in the 90s anime. We barely have chances for them to do that.
Right?
Yep.
All right, that's it for the comments.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk about what we didn't love so much. Animation quality and voice acting.
This is my voice acting note. Amara's delivery here is killing me not very softly.
Killing me loudly.
killing me difficultly. Killing me painfully.
Yeah, I think I wrote in like a similar note, like that delivery was devastating. She's a sovereign of silence. I'm not going to let that happen. With less emotion than ordering a drink at the coffee shop. I can't. I'm so over it. Also, Trista Mayo killing me softly. Once again, I can't. I can't. Like, just leave me. And I don't remember this line because I think I might have like Men in Black mind wiped it from my brain. But is that true, Ray? Ray. And I don't remember that.
Ducky agrees. I'm not going to let that happen. And it also didn't like the dubbing of the silent scythe because apparently the children cannot know about.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bit about the children cannot know about polearms in our recording.
But the end of the world and death is
fine. Yeah.
However,
wave, that's too French.
Scythe.
No pole axes or boar spears either. Bill hooks straight out.
Nope. Oh God, take your halberds and go. This one's you, Rizuki.
Oh, me. I thought I was done. Yeah. Also, wait, what did I put? Rainbow Moon, Heartache, Attack, both.
Why? Yes, they say both.
So Sailor Moon for her attack name says Rainbow Moon Heartache Attack.
That's right.
And you
hear
Monica go.
I didn't even realize that when I was saying
What are
it.
you Can't do both. This is not a Portrait de los Dos situation.
I forgot she did that. She's spinning and spinning and spinning, and then Rainbow Moon Heartache attack. It's like what? You got a
heart attack or heartache. They are two different attacks.
What are we doing? I forgot about that.
My quibble was just like, this was the most aggressively horny animation I've ever seen. Like, how did this make it past Cloverway? And as we've learned, it didn't. Like, they fucking painted a bra on this girl, at least for Cartoon Network. But she not only has star pasties, she also, the bottom of her outfit, there is no bottom of her outfit. She just has a star placed
fully nude
in front of you can see on my stub heading here, step 1, you cut a hole in a box. If that reference is familiar to you, you will understand what I am attempting to convey.
Oh my god.
And for me, the worst part was Pluto's miscasting or misdirecting. We don't know which it is.
Yeah. It's such a shame. All right, plot structure.
Oh boy, I have a lot to say. Just kicking this off with the first sentence I wrote, which was the English dub would be a lot less dog shit if it was consistent about everything and not afraid to be a little toothsome, like the way the original is. It just changes shit for absolutely no reason at all, and then makes the plot make no sense. Or say things that are utterly bizarre and then contradicts them later. And then we'd say things like Silent Scythe, because God forbid we say glaive, or like Cocoa, because God forbid children know people drink coffee. What was this, censored by Mormons? What the or like Rainbow Moon Heartache Attack, or sometimes calling them the Death Busters and then sometimes calling them the Bureau of Bad Behavior, and then like sometimes it's the Sovereign of Silence, and then sometimes it's just the Silence, and sometimes it's this one term and sometimes it's the other. And the longer we watch this, the more I'm like, it's just the script that's bad, actually. The voice actors are doing their damnedest. And like half our complaints in this section are directly a cause of the actual events of the episode being mangled for no fucking reason. I can't remember if they changed the victim of the week's name in English, but his name is literally Thomas Harris. They could have just kept that. That's his name. He's not a scientist. He's just a DJ. He's a DJ who has a cool voice, so he reads stuff at the planetarium. He's doing a show at the planetarium.
I think they just say he's like the host of the show. Yeah.
He's very specifically a DJ, and that's why Mamet's into him, because he's like a cool European DJ named Thomas Harris, who speaks a little English in the Japanese. He's like, hello, I'm Thomas Harris.
I can way more easily see why Mamet is into him with that information.
Yeah, he's very clearly like English, like as in from England.
He's a cool foreigner and a personality.
Yeah, he's a cool foreigner and a personality. That's why she's interested in him. And the cool foreigner personality is doing a show at the planetarium. I'd want to go to that too.
Yep.
His gay hair remains unforgivable, however.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a really specific quibble with a specific piece of information that was presented in this episode in the dub. It may or may not be in the Japanese version, but it was certainly in the dub, which was that they expressed that that there was this concern that Saturn would eclipse the other planets in a planetary confluence, which, because of the order in which planets go, Saturn mostly can't do, because, as you may know, planets go in a certain order, and Saturn can never get in front of Jupiter or Mars or Earth or Venus or Mercury. So it categorically can only eclipse Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto at best, and it can't even do all of those at the same time, because while Uranus and Neptune are on basically the same flat orbit, Pluto is also on an inclined orbit. So even if Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were all lined up, there are only like 2 times in hundreds of years when Pluto would even be on the same level, much less to have to be in line with those other planets and in line with where Earth is from that perspective. It's not, I don't think it's even possible for that to all happen. At best, Saturn could eclipse 2 planets. I was just very mad about this.
Does Thomas Harris say that? Like, is that part of the planetarium show, if I recall correctly? Or
I don't remember if that's from Thomas Harris or if that's Pluto being like, oh, the big concern is that Saturn is about to eclipse the other planet.
Recall that.
Someone said it at some point, and I was just
don't think that's said at all in the Japanese. All Thomas talks about at the planetarium is he like recaps the Greek myths that constellations are named after.
Yeah, he talks about like Cassiopeia and Andromeda. That's
okay, cool. So that they kept the same. We can talk about Cassiopeia and Andromeda.
Kids can learn about Cassiopeia and Andromeda, but not Glaives.
Too much.
Children cannot know about bull arms. I mean, they're right. The kind of kids that watch Sailor Moon are also the sort of 8th graders who are into Greek myth. That's true. Shout out in the comments if you were also an 8th grader who liked Sailor Moon and Greek mythology.
Ducky noted that she understood my complaint, but she also kind of liked that it could eclipse specifically the outers.
I wrote that they use the term Sailor Soldiers, which I will say, out of all the different Sailor Guardians, Sailor Warriors, Sailor Scouts, Sailor whatever, Sailor Soldiers is my favorite. So I was happy, but there's no continuity. You could be Sailor like planets tomorrow. Like there's just no continuity in what's said.
Yeah.
Cloverway does not give a fuck about continuity.
What's that?
No. Like I just vented about. God, no, they don't care
at all. Like, get this out. We don't care.
Rainbow Moon heartache attack.
I think that's it for us.
All right. So characterization. Ducky's characterization quibble was, Ray's having that vision too. Girl, you talking to them again? I thought the inners were useless.
She does not bring up, and Ray's having it too. This is very much like we shoehorned in a line because we needed to do that. Another thing that really annoys me about the 90s cut, the conversation that they are having at that time is entirely about how they know Sailor Saturn is awakening, that is a strong possibility, how that heralds the end of the world, and how they're scared that's going to happen. You know, the plot? They talk about the plot. And then later on, it's actually Setsuna who points out to Ray that they're having the same, that she and Michiru are having like the same vision when she goes to be kind of like the liaison to the inners. And that makes a lot more sense given that she is the only person who might know both of those things.
That's true.
Boy. For me, I hope he knows words to Twinkle Twinkle. Tomoe, what is actually wrong with you? What is actively, functionally wrong with you? What are you talking about and why?
He doesn't even have the brain worm in this one, so I don't know what his excuse is.
No. The squad does a group intro to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star where they each take a line where it's like, twinkle twinkle little star, I know you won't get that far, we're from the world so up high, we're gonna beat you to the sky. Like, if they do something like that, it hurts.
That just hurt me.
It's not cool. It is not cool. It is uncool of them.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, man. I think we're ready to move on to our relevance to the ongoing story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a miracle. I have no complaints. This was very relevant.
It's stringing itself along. Like, we're moving.
Yeah. I find S as a season both really, really fun and very frustrating to watch because the plot of the Infinity Arc from the manga is so good. And like a lot of it gets jumbled up, forgotten, left out, adapted like really poorly. I'm going to complain a lot in the next couple episodes about like, we're just talking about the Infinity Academy right now. Be prepared for the aneurysm I'm about to have with the next couple episodes. And like, it just leaves me asking questions like, why are the Outers acting like this? Why is there only one Mugen building? Why did we turn the Deathbusters, terrifying soul-stealing, terrifying soul-stealing, body-snatching monsters from outer space? Why did we do that? Why did we turn them into a funny office comedy? Why is Dr. Tomoe in charge? Why did Kaolinite lose her status as Magus? How come she's not communing with Fahrenheit? Why are we just talking about this right now? Why?
I mean, I think you know why it's turned into a funny office comedy. It's because Ikuhara.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
I
do know a lot of the answers to these questions, but I'm still like, but why though?
Yep. I will never forgive them for what they did to Kaolinite. I'll never forgive them.
It made Julia so mad we had to go watch Sailor Moon Crystal.
All right. Was it boring? If so, why?
No, for once.
No,
not at all.
Worst part, Dr. Tomoe is just driving me up a wall lately. Like, his fucking weirdness is so fucking annoying at this point.
Mehmet for being mostly useless this episode.
Yeah.
She's really, really earning a useless this time.
Thing that it could have done entirely without? For me, it was the dick in a box Yoma. I didn't need that in my life.
Nope.
So let's talk about what could make it better. And none of us put anything in here, but I think that we can workshop it. Because I think that this feels like an episode that is fixable in several ways, because it's a lot happens and it's not bad. But how might we zhuzh this up? Because it sounds like one of our issues with it was like, Mehmet girl, what are you doing? How the disconnect between Mehmet and everything else that is happening? How do we want to fix that?
Mehmet getting the autograph first.
And Mehmet should get the autograph first. Mehmet should learn from at least one mistake and get the autograph first. Yeah, let's give her that. Let's give her one. She can have one win, and it's that she got the autograph first. And then it should be in the background of the next episode. Like the autograph poster should be on the...
I think a thing that has become an issue in Mehmet's arc is that they're not acknowledging the fact that Hotaru keeps being there and keeps doing weird ass shit, and Mehmet keeps not reacting to that in any way. So we're constantly left going, does Mehmet know that Hotaru is the daughter of her boss, or that she's the sovereign of silence that they've been watching out for? Does she know she's not supposed to harm her? Does she ever question the fact that this girl is doing weird shit and murdering her Yoma sometimes? Like, I would have loved to see them start to bring this to a head by having Mehmet be like, this girl seems weird and special. I'm going to try and take her heart crystal.
Yeah.
And then either that gets her into trouble with Dr. Tomoe, or that gets her into trouble with Hotaru.
I would have
loved to see that come.
I would love to see that attempt. She's like, burlesque dancer, get her. And the Yoma just get pasted by her like freaking out.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool. I also completely would believe that Mehmet has no idea that her boss has a kid. None whatsoever. Everyone else knew, but she didn't get the memo. But because she did receive it, she just didn't read it.
Probably 100%.
She didn't read it, and Beautyal didn't tell her, so she didn't get it.
But I think that it really points to the problem that we're having with Mehmet in these last few episodes, which is that Sort of Mimet's arc is all of her like finding hot guys and wanting to steal their hearts. This is happening at the same time as Hotaru's arc, and because these are concurrent, the fact that Mimet's storyline keeps running into Hotaru's and yet never interacts with it is what's causing us to be like, Mimet feels really irrelevant in these last few episodes. Like, Mimet, I feel like I'm done with you because you're just not contributing
doing
here.
anything. Not even for yourself. You're not even getting the autograph. Like, you're not doing anything.
Like, in the first several episodes, we loved Mimet because she was a fucking riot. She's still fucking funny, but so often her existence is just sidelined because there's no room for her with what's going on with Hotaru.
Her and Emerald would be friends.
Yes. Or frenemies.
Frenemies.
Yeah, frenemies.
I kind of think we should have been done with Mimet like 2 or 3 episodes ago. And like,
oh, absolutely.
What does this episode look like if it's a Telu plot? I mean, Telu also probably would not have been like, oh, I'm just going to target this random foreign celebrity, this foreign personality, because he has unforgivable hair.
Right.
Her head's screwed on too straight for that, so maybe this wouldn't have been I kind of feel like maybe this needed to happen earlier when we were doing a spate of goofy filler, and like this far in, it's too stupid.
Yeah, because you didn't need Mimet to have the greenhouse plot when that would have suited Telu so much better. Yeah. So you could have, for that episode, that could have been a planetarium plot that Mimet could have done with her DJ, or it could have just been a DJ giving a concert in the park or something.
Sure.
But like you could have taken some of the plots that didn't fit so well with Mimet and given those to Telu, and Telu could have just gotten more airtime. Planetarium, frankly, could have gone well for Veloy.
Yeah.
Because she's also very academic.
Agreed. I just realized one of the episode titles didn't copy over. Hang on. I'm going to go fix that real quick.
No problem. While you're doing that, so let's talk about our ratings for the episode.
I gave it a 4. Just, there's a lot happening at last. So 4 for me.
Yep, Ducky gave this one a 4 as well. I came in just a little bit lower. This was a 3.5 for me. I think partly because some of the things that happened in the episode didn't feel very organic, and partly because the animation was just very not good in this episode. It was like there were times when people had like same face syndrome, especially for the outers, or their postures were weird and stiff, and also the horny issues. 3.5.
Monica also gives it a 3.5.
Yeah, thank you.
You were busy. You were locked in. I was like, I'm just going to read for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Monica said specifically that she might feel differently in Japanese, and then said, nah, I'm keeping it the same. Just makes more sense in Japanese.
Yep. And then I gave it a 4, so I think that averages to a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have pulled it up with your optimism.
Yep. And then it's time to smash or pass.
Smash or pass. So Monica said this monster is just a burlesque dancer, so smash. And Ducky said, in all caps with like 5 exclamation points, smash. I love her, Your Honor. I love her. She has little fangies.
I mean,
for me, pass. Step 1, you cut a hole in a box.
And for me, I pass because it's way too much too quick.
Okay, I fixed the episode titles.
Nice. All right, so do we recommend it? Ducky says, yeah. For me, like, I don't love this episode, but it's important, so I guess watch it.
I recommend it. So I think that averages out to us recommending it.
Yeah.
Woo. All right. And do we have a time? Do we need a time? Yeah, timestamp for this, or do we want to do comments first? Yeah, let's do comments
and then timestamp. Okay.
All right. So comments. Random Eric says, reminds me of turning Rhett Butler into Hercules. Like what? On the name portion.
The children cannot know about Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind, Glaives, coffee. All forbidden. All forbidden.
Coffee.
And Lady Chappelle says, I mean, the monster's outfit is freaking wild. I'm surprised the Cartoon Network didn't censor the monster's outfit more due to children watching it. Like, no warning whatsoever. Yeah, that monster of the week was
Something.
Yep. It was something.
And then Yolanda 2020 says, sure, Saturn could eclipse all the planets if Celestial Entity played pool.
Just
So
knock
true.
them all around a little bit.
And then Felipe Barak says, I mean, Sailor Moon already drinks a lot from Greek mythology, so it's unavoidable. And like our whole comment section was saying that they're all Greek mythology fans.
Yeah, of course you are.
Me too.
Yeah, of course you are.
We're that type of person. We are all that type of person.
And then Lady Chappelle Cosplay says, Tomoe needs to go to jail and lock the key. Not wrong.
Real.
And then Felipe Barak says, they do forget a lot of details from the manga, like in this episode where they forgot to explain Sailor Saturn destroying the Silver Millennium, an explanation that gives the Outers a solid motive. Very true. All right. So with that, let's put a timestamp.
Well, we are at 1:36.
All right. And then I say let's take a break.
Okay, let's take a break.
Let's go.
All right. 10
minutes. I'm thinking.
Okay.
So
All right. 8:55.
Back in
8:55.
10.
We'll be back. everybody, and welcome back for the second half of Bishoujo Senshi Slumber Party Sailor Moon S Cloverway Dub episode 111 through 115 review.
Hell yeah. So, let's talk about dub episode 113, Fiendish Ferns.
Which is also Japanese episode 120, Invasion from Another Dimension, Mystery of Infinity Academy.
I find it so hilarious, by the way, that in Japanese they're like, it's Infinity Academy, and in Cloverway we're like, Mugen Academy.
We were, Julie and I were also talking about, like, why didn't they anglicize that? It just literally means infinity. It's also very funny that it's written, like, on the school Mugen in English.
Yep.
In the alphabet. Like.
Yep. All right, so in this episode, we start off, and because the last thing that we saw at the end of the episode was that Hotaru was just teleported away, a totally normal thing to happen to a normal girl, Rini then runs to the Tomoe mansion to find Hotaru, but when she gets there, the entire mansion is empty. I don't just mean no one's home, I mean all the decor is gone, the furniture, there's like spots on the walls where you can see that furniture and paintings used to be. Like, they just moved out overnight. They went into witness protection, except it's witness harm. So Trista is also there to comfort her. She presumably also went looking for Hotaru, maybe not with such positive motives. And Rini accuses Trista and the Outers of either kidnapping Hotaru or scaring her off. Fair, but they didn't in this case. The Inners and Darien are elsewhere. Darien is busy searching the internet for the Tomoe family in the process of his research, which looks like this, like he's never seen a computer before in his life. They discover that Dr. Tomoe works at the Mugen Academy and that he also owns the Mugen Academy. While they're there, Trista brings Rini to them, and she's like, Rini's in a bad mood. Trista reveals that Amara and Michelle have apparently been undercover at the Mugen Academy for a while because they've been investigating mysterious incidents there, and they all think that the enemy they're dealing with is Dr. Tomoe. The Inners reiterate their desire to save Hotaru, and Trista reiterates that Hotaru is going to end the world. Meanwhile, we learn that Mehmet's latest desired target is a Russian physicist named Dr. Sergei Asimov, who's about to give a lecture at the Mugen Academy. She tells Dr. Tomoe about this. He tells her not to proceed. She's like, it's fucking weird. So she listens in on what's going on and discovers that Dr. Tomoe is going to take this mission, but he's instead giving it to Lulu, because Mehmet cannot be counted on. So the Inners and the Cats go to the Mugen Academy to continue investigating, and they're going there under the guise of attending this lecture. Meanwhile, Darien did not go with them. He discovers an article where he learns that only Tomoe and his daughter, oldest daughter, only daughter, this is that episode, survived a fire at the genetic engineering lab. Meanwhile, back at the Mugen Academy, the Outers are using the distraction of the fact that everyone's going to this lecture to sneak into like some of the rooms they're not supposed to go into to research Dr. Tomoe. And in a flashback, we learned that after the explosion, which summons an alien entity of some kind, Dr. Tomoe was just worried about his dying daughter, and he essentially offered his body and his life to a mysterious alien entity in order to save Hotaru's life after the lab explosion. So we essentially discovered that the Dr. Tomoe that we're dealing with is actually just a husk of Dr. Tomoe who's been possessed by a crazy alien entity. Back with Mehmet, she interrupts Dr. Asimov's lecture and takes over in order to enact her evil scheme. And she attacks the audience and she summons a Yoma. But before the Yoma can take Dr. Asimov's heart crystal, the Inners confront them. They fight the Yoma. They win. Mehmet then uses one of Udiel's old unused inventions to teleport herself into a dimension that's inside of every television. Which apparently makes her powers 10 times stronger, so that's why she does it. Also, since she's on TV. Unfortunately, Talulu is there, and she knows how this invention works, and she knows why Udiel never used it. And she explains that, if she pulls the plug, Mehmet will be trapped in this machine forever. So she pulls the plug. R.A.P. Mehmet. Sources say she's still inside the TV dimension to this day.
Maybe the Persona 4 cast can rescue her.
Yeah, because she's technically still there. And then Tululu apparently just like lets the scouts leave, I guess, because like she teleports away and the episode ends. That's the episode.
It's such a sad waste of a character to me.
Like it's I find it very poetic because Mehmet has always been like our fail girl who does not want to do the work, wants to steal everybody else's work and all of their glory, wants to be special without working for it, and as a result, almost everything that she's done has been based on inventions that she stole from Udiel, who she killed to take her place, and then boys that she thinks are hot. So the fact that she dies stealing an invention, and that one of her other coworkers is like, yeah, you stole that invention and you are too lazy to know why it was a bad idea. It does feel hilariously poetic. I think Udiel would be pleased.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Join our Patreon so you can see that my handle on our private Discord is Udiel's homemade taser.
Yep. Yep.
Holding steady at that 20 cousins counter.
20 cousins counter. Yep. So, what did we like? Animation quality and voice acting.
This is Ducky's note. Do you want me
to
read
you
it?
Can do it.
Okay. She said Rini looking like a drowned rat and her little buns being limp was a good touch. Like she's like, Telu's voice is really gorgeous, and she really loved that Hotaru's bows on her flashback dress are red like her senshi fit. The animation in this episode is so good.
Oh, like a beautiful animation in this episode.
Yeah, this episode is really visually stunning. There's a lot of really cool composition choices in it. Like in the frames. I really, really love when animation specifically pays attention to that sort of thing. Sailor Moon was made in the 90s and by hand, so a lot of things are done to save money. So like sometimes it's just like character portrait on a cool background, and you don't know the artists who made it didn't always have time to like compose a frame. That's usually something you tend to see more in movies because they have the time and the budget to do that, to express their art in that way. Like in the beginning, it uses like desaturation to convey like a sad tone, a sad and frightening tone. And I said the budget for this batch of episodes clearly went to this one.
Yep. Oh yeah. I also, like, as a personal note of a thing that I was obsessed with, I love the victim of the day, Sergei Asimov, with his aggressively Russian accent. His voice acting is actually fantastic. Like, this is such a bit part one-off, and yet he is so pleasant to listen to because he's giving so much like enthusiasm to his acting, even when he's just a background voice delivering his lecture. It really gives him a lot of characterization. I was like, ooh, sir, you're so sexy. Please tell me more.
I think Tulu has a really good voice in the Cloverway dub. Like, holy shit, what a great voice. And I love the dark room animation of the control center when Uranus and Neptune are in there, and it's like,
oh yeah.
It's really good animation. And also, what the fuck was the voice of the universe?
The Pharaoh 90 voice.
Yeah, what was that? What was that?
Pharaoh 90 voice. You gotta listen to it. If nothing else, our Patreon watch-alongs are free. Go to the Patreon, pull up the video, skip to this episode, skip to the scene where the flashback shows you Pharaoh 90 talking to Dr. Tomoe. You must hear this voice. It's so ridiculous.
It really is.
I have no notes really. The animation I was very pleasantly surprised and very happy with it. It was really pretty. The voice acting didn't make me hate anyone for once, and very rare lately. So I'm very, very happy with this.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Amara or Tristameo in this one. So.
I was safe. Mark
All
safe
right.
from Amara and Justameo.
Yup. Plot structure, what did we like?
Ducky just said, "Ooh, it was a genetics lab."
Oh, the reveal of the explosion.
Yeah.
Genetics lab.
Genetics lab.
Yep. Yeah. I like that we're finally taking the plot to Mugen Gakuen, which has been unutilized to this point. And we see that Dr. Tomoe has had enough of Mamet's failures and is trying to bring in a different witch to help. I'd like to see everybody showing initiative here, other than the outers, who are mostly letting the inners show initiative. As they do.
The plot structure to me was truly just Hataru's backstory featuring horrible lab accident.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like having that finally was. Why is my computer beeping at me? Stop beeping at me. Having that finally was like just really, really. I mean, if you've seen Sailor Moon or read the manga, you know, but it was just nice to have that introduced finally, so we can move forward. So I was pleased with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so characterization positives.
Oh, we're once again, here's Ducky saying she really loved Rini begging for Hotaru's life. My heart. Mamet is a plagiarizing hoe, confirmed. We all knew that. Not having love is bad for your villain org, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of positives for this episode in terms of specifically characterization. I mean, like, what an ending for Mamet. It was absolutely just the payoff that her storyline deserved. She stole her peers' work right up until the end, and then that laziness and greed bit her in the ass, as it should. I also really loved that we got Rini confronting Trista. Like, this was a fundamental crossroads for Rini, where she now cannot reconcile the fact that her friends want to kill her other friend. Pluto's relationship with Chibi Moon, I think, is arguably deeper than any of the other relationships that any of the outers have with any of the inners. So, like, this is the most fraught outer inner relationship that we have going right now, is between Pluto and Chibi Moon. So I love that their confrontation is meant to carry so much more weight. That really, really works for me here. This is also another episode where Darian is putting in the work alongside the girls. I'm genuinely loving his participating in the research once again, being a part of the team. He hasn't been an annoying douchebag in several episodes, and I so love this for him. He's been doing great lately.
I really love Mamet's line. I love the spotlight. Like, she's so in the moment.
She does.
Oh, indeed she does. I agree, but also the conflict between Pluto, the inners and Pluto just hits different in Japanese. Like, they lean a lot harder on the relationship between Chibi Moon and Pluto and how it's been, like, seriously harmed over this conflict with Saturn. Like, Chibi Moon straight up says, "I hate you." But she says it in, like, the way the little kids say that, but, like, still, it's just really heart-wrenching, and they didn't change the animation, so you can still sort of see how much that, like, hurts her on her face, but the dialogue is slightly different. You're just real good.
Yeah.
Telu's delivery of her execution lines is much like a cool scolding than the way she talks to her in English. In English, she's kind of like, "You dumb bitch."
Which is
in
funny.
Japanese, it's an execution. It is a stone cold killing. She's just like, sucks to be you.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Usagi is horrified. And she has a right to be. She just watched an execution.
Yeah.
This is so stone cold in Japanese. It's so much more horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, I know. For me, my thought was about Rini and Tristameo, but because it's just we just finished R. We're in S now. We're just one season away. Everything that Rini shared about her past and how she got Crystal Tokyo, how she got to the past, and everything that Pluto did for her, and to see all of this, like, evolution and like what has happened to their friendship and this new person that's come into play. And the fact that like just a season ago she had no friends, she had nobody, to the point that she turned evil and it was this whole thing, to now she has all of this love and all of this support, and she has like this best friend that now her once best friend is trying to take away. It's just a lot for like this not 100-year-old little kid to really like process. And I just really appreciated that for both of them, their relationship, but especially for Rini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What did we like about relevance to the ongoing story? Was it relevant?
It was, and my note here is actually a negative note, so I'm gonna remove that. And I'm gonna put it down under the negatives where it belongs. But I was delighted that Mehmet bites it.
Same.
Yep.
Mehmet
Her
bites
time,
it.
her time has come. Mehmet bites it. Mehmet fucking bites it. Did they not put that in the title? Wow.
No, the title of this
Wow.
episode is not.
Title.
Mehmet
Not
bites
in the
it.
title. Whoa.
Nope.
This was not a Mehmet
No.
fucking bites a title.
No, the
Okay.
title was not. Unplugged in the auditorium. Mehmet bites it.
It's what we would have expected.
Honestly.
Okay. All right. Was it exciting and engaging, even if it wasn't relevant or high quality?
Yeah, this one's fun.
Yeah. Amazing send off for Mehmet.
Yeah, bye-bye, Mehmet.
Yep. All right. Standout moment for me, it was learning that every single gadget Mehmet has ever used is just straight up stolen from Udial, and that's canon.
I upvoted that.
Same.
Valid.
Yep. All right. Favorite part. So there's a part where the girls are trying to snoop around in Mugen Academy and they get caught by a security guard and they're like, "Oh, we were looking for that big lecture. Which way is that?" And he points them that direction. And then he goes, "Wait, you forgot something." And the camera pans over to what they forgot. And it's just Serena, like in a pile of tears on the floor looking terrified. It was very funny.
That's in Japanese too.
Beautiful. Ducky's favorite was Ta-ta, Mehmet pulls the plug. So cold. She loved it.
My favorite part was when Tuxedo Mask is like, "Anytime, Sailor Moon."
Oh yeah, like any day now would be great.
Any day.
Favorite character of the episode. I was so taken in by Sergei Azimov. It was so hot for this man.
I said Mehmet since it's her last show.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Monica, it's you, boo.
Oh, it's me. I voted for the
Favorite
defaced
character.
drawing of Udial.
Great choice.
and then jokingly said, just kidding. I actually kind of think Chibi Moon really deserves her flowers in this episode for being willing to go to bat for Hotaru.
I'm agreeing with that for sure. It just, she has to be going through so much emotional and mental, like just turmoil dealing with this. So it's going to Rini.
Yep. All right. Do we want to hit the comments?
Yeah. So Lady Chappelle Cosplay says she will forever be on the World Wide Web.
Yes.
And then,
if no one else got Mehmet, you know archive.org got Mehmet.
Yup. And Lady Chappelle also says Toulou's English dub voice was fantastic. Toulouse is a baddie. She is, though.
Yep. Her voice was so good.
Mm-hmm. And Ura says, I love the real-time attacks from the Inner Guardians. That was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lady Chappelle says, Toulouse is my favorite character due to the English voice in the dub. Interesting. You know, my voices really do make a huge impact on us.
Yeah. I mean, because you're looking at a character that was fundamentally in, like, just about one episode. So she had a line in the previous episode, but like she's basically in one episode, but her voice acting was so good and her voice is so nice to listen to that we were all like, "Oh, Toulouse, your voice. Girl, your voice."
Yeah.
Yep. All right, that's it.
All right. So let's talk about some things that they could have done better for this episode. Animation quality and voice acting. So I think several of us, including myself, had an issue with the localization of Telu, which they turned into Tululu for no reason. This reminded me of an anecdote that I think I've shared before, which is the time that someone tried to name their child Tallulah Does the Hula from Hawaii. I think this might have been in Australia, and the government literally told them you can't name your child that. So whenever I hear Tallulah, I just think, yes, Tallulah Does the Hula from Hawaii. Another complaint, Pharaoh 90's voice is hilarious, not in the good way. Motherfucker sounds like Tony the Tiger.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Ducky said this OMFG. Also, we're really just picking any old thing right now.
Hear me out. It kind of sounded like an old infomercial voice.
It did though.
Yeah, kind of did. You're not wrong.
Imagine if your daughter is dying from an explosion. Motherfucking Tony the Tiger shows up and is like, "Hey, would you like to save your daughter?"
Well, wait, there's more.
There's more.
All right. So, plot structure. What were the weaknesses?
Ducky said we're repeating stuff we already knew from last episode.
Just in case the audience is not smart enough to have learned it the first time, I guess we're learning it again. Hello, darling. Can you see my dog? He's looking at
Oh,
me. I know, you're so cute. Anyway, so the quibble over the line Dr. Tomoe and his oldest daughter survived, implying he had other kids.
Yeah, I thought that this was corrected. Nope, they say the same thing in Japanese. They refer to her as his eldest daughter, which he surely does not. This man has only ever fucked once.
Truth.
I also had an issue with the fact that there's an extended quote-unquote comedy sequence where the scary security guard keeps poking Mina in the butt. He didn't need to poke a teenage girl repeatedly in the butt. That was inappropriate.
That was not okay.
Yeah, it was not okay.
And Hotaru's full backstory with the wildest voice casting.
Pharaoh 90. They're great.
Oh, wait.
While we were watching, Julia asked me a great question that I did not have the answer to, which was, why didn't Mugen Academy try to recruit Ami? And if it's a high school, if it's like a high standard school full of geniuses, isn't she also a genius?
Right.
Isn't she also killing it at all the national exams? Isn't she like the smartest girl around? Almost the smartest ghoul around.
Monster high, monster high.
Yeah, monster high. Like, why isn't this addressed at all? And I don't think it comes up in the manga either.
Yeah, and I don't think it can't be intended to be that, Ami's not there because it's a high school only, because literally Hotaru attends.
Right, well, the whole thing...
She's not a high school student.
We just rewatched the first 4 episodes of Crystal, and it's established in the manga that Mugen Academy is like this revolutionary school that has everything from like kindergarten to post-grad.
Right.
Which resulted in us having a whole conversation about, like, imagine you're like in your doctorate program at Mugen Academy and you get in the elevator and the 7th graders are in there.
Yep.
Because like they walk in, like Usagi disguise pens herself and she sneaks in and there's like a big like lobby area and there's a big sign that's like post-grad top floor and then like all the way down to like the kindergarten, which does mean that the 8th graders would be in the elevator with you in the morning.
Yep. That would be wild.
Yep.
Also, hi, Luna.
Yeah, hi,
Luna.
I love that. It's just tail.
Luna.
Yeah, I think I fussed about this earlier, but like we're just now going into the Infinity Academy. It drives me up a wall.
Like all this time.
Yeah, all this time. It's central to the original plot. It's like where all the shit happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a location.
Yeah, it's a location, and it's not just a location. It's like a weird, creepy, sort of occult location that like the 3 buildings make a triangle specifically, and it is on reclaimed land. Reclaimed in the sense that they like dredged it up out of the sea. Like you can like push water back and like build on it. Like that is reclaimed in that sense. So someone had the money to like carve out a part of like Tokyo Bay to put this in and make it in a like occult shape. Like, and that whole part where like it's important, it's on a weird bit of reclaimed land, it's sort of popped up out of nowhere. It's very clearly some sort of like weird project. It's shaped in a strange way, and everyone wants to be there, and that's freaky. Is just like missing. Even when they go there, there's only one building. There's not 3 buildings. The whole reclaimed land part like doesn't even happen. And I'm not a 90s anime hater. I think the Monster of the Week format is fun, and I enjoy the sanctioned fanfic vibes of it, where like one-off antagonists get to be whole-ass characters. I think that part's great. But then it does stuff like this, where it just like ignores key parts of the plot structure, and I just find that so frustrating.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So characterization issues.
Yeah, I love that they changed this to be all some kind of horrible accident, and not that Dr. Tomoe sold everyone out to the body-snatching monsters from outer space.
Yup. Hard agree. And Ducky agrees. Hate. Please stop making him a sympathetic dad deserving of redemption. It just makes the Outers adoption so much weirder.
Yeah, they really do just go steal her.
It's like, and baby, bye. See you never.
So my other characterization issue is like, I don't really understand Dr. Tomoe's decision to just kind of like quiet fire Mehmet by just like cutting her hours, basically. Like, given that he's possessed by Pharaoh 90, I would have assumed he would be the type to, let's say, terminate his underperforming employees, not just reassign their workloads. But I guess he sort of did something similar with Kaolinite in the anime by like not having her die. Like, was Mehmet going to become his second wife?
As far as bosses go in Sailor Moon, is remarkably non-lethal.
Yeah.
He doesn't kill any of his own subordinates.
No.
That's for women, apparently.
Apparently. Yup.
Like, Beryl killed her own subordinates. I'm pretty sure Nehelenia also kills her own subordinates. And Galaxia certainly does.
Yeah. So, yeah, arguable whether Nehelenia kills her own subordinates, but Zirconia certainly kills Nehelenia's subordinates, and Zirconia is very much just working for Nehelenia. So, but yeah.
And Dr. Tomoe is the worst boss ever confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that's like, I get what they were doing in the 90s anime with trying to make Sailor Moon like she can heal all the evil people. She has such a big heart, but like sometimes it's just they don't need it. Like, we didn't need to make Crazy Man into this like, oh, it was just an accident. He's such a good dad. We don't need to do that. Like, this man had a plan. He sacrificed his whole family for it. He doesn't give a shit. He never will give a shit. He's a bad person. Like,
Before we get too much further, there was a question that I see in the chat that I do want to answer like right now, which is asking about participating in the watch-alongs. You can join our Patreon on the Rainbow Crystal Crew tier.
Oh, we should link
the
Patreon.
Yeah, do you have the QR code or whatever for the Patreon? Can you pop
I
that
have
up on
the
screen
QR code. Can somebody grab the link to our Patreon? Just in case they don't have the ability to scan the QR.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, if you subscribe to us on the Rainbow Crystal Crew tier, you just want to join our Discord and let us know that you've joined so we can add you to our patrons exclusive I can words today. Words are hard.
It is in the chat. So you can
our
host chat, so you can go ahead and put it in the chat for everybody else.
But yeah, if you join our Discord, you get access to our patron exclusive channel within the Discord, where you will be able to be given timings for when we are doing our recordings, and then you get to join us for those recordings.
Yes, and it's $5, right? A month?
Yes, it's $5 a month to hang out with us when we record.
Yes, so that is, thank you for asking.
Yeah, and if there's certain episodes that you want to hang out with us for, you're like, oh, I really want to be there for the final episodes of S, join for next month.
That's next month.
In a couple of months, if you're like, I don't really care about the beginning of Super S, you can, bounce for a couple months, come back again when it's episodes you're excited about.
Yeah, it's always
For
a fun
sure.
time. And and Lady Chappelle, one of our patrons, says it's so fun.
Yeah, we like having you guys there because we like to get to chat between the episodes with you guys and get your reactions as you go.
Yeah, because that doesn't make it to Patreon, so you only get the exclusive discussions if you're in the patrons.
Yep.
All
right. So let's talk about issues with I think we need to now hit relevance to the
We're at
ongoing
relevance.
story.
Yeah. I just want to complain that we're almost finished with this season, more than halfway through, and we're just now talking about the Infinity Academy. Which also we didn't bother to anglicize for some reason.
Nah.
Change of the baddies.
Yep, that's what happened. So was it boring? If so, why? Not really. Wasn't boring. And it kept Michi's attention too.
Yes, it did. Sorry.
Yeah, you were locked in.
You were doing admin stuff. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I got it covered.
I love you. Thank you.
So what was the worst part of the episode?
Inter-office politics.
Fair.
Fair.
Okay. What could it have done entirely without?
I wanted to know why the security guard kept poking Mina on the butt when he could have just tapped her on the shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so what would make this episode better? So I'm trying to look back through what our quibbles were with it. A lot of our quibbles were, frankly, with the overall structure of the fact that like the Mugen Academy and its relevance isn't being brought in until here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that for me, a lot of the fixing that would have improved this episode is like fixing Dr. Tomoe as a character and what the hell is going on with him in this episode and some of the recent episodes. Because I don't mind the structure of the stuff that is happening in these episodes, except that there's a real lack of information about what he's thinking or what he's currently trying to accomplish. So like we know that they teleported Hotaru back from the planetarium when she manifested. They're really excited about the fact that she manifested, and yet we don't see like what they're doing next. And we're gonna find out in like the next episode that they like don't keep her there. She just starts like going back about her regular life after this, despite the fact that they went into like evil protection program and like moved out of their entire mansion. That was apparently so critical, and they've now moved into the academy, and yet they're just like, yeah, Hotaru can do what she wants. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like more clarity around Dr. Tomo would be so helpful.
I find he's kind of a nothing burger of a character.
Yeah, he really is.
They kind of took him from his manga character where he was already evil before this. Like he'd already been like kicked out of the science community for doing unethical experiments.
Yep.
He was already a mad scientist. Yeah, maybe probably almost certainly on his family. And like he was already an evil dude before he like sold his soul to the body snatchers from outer space. And like, even if you wanted to take the body snatchers from outer space and make them into an office comedy, I guess I can live with that. But like, that also they sort of like defanged his character to such a degree that he doesn't even have one anymore.
Yeah,
he's just goofy, just a silly little guy.
Yeah, he's just a silly little guy. And like they don't even, because they wait so long to, we are almost at the end of the season, and we've just learned that Dr. Tomoe is not a man. He's an alien possessing the body of a man, which maybe retroactively explains all of his goofy ass fascination with like playing Twister and like doing a little tea ceremony and like all of these things. Which like but they didn't even like, not only did we not know that information, so he just seems like a fucking weirdo, but even if we had known that information, they also still made him very defanged as a villain. He just isn't scary. He's just a fucking weirdo.
Just a fucking weirdo. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's like mostly funny.
Like maybe he doesn't need to summon the Sovereign of Silence because he's having so much fun playing Twister. It kind of comes off that way.
Honestly, I would have preferred his interactions with like Kaolinite to be her being like, so we have a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
I get that you're really into this having a human body thing, and like, I know you're so excited to use the toilet, but like, could you lock in?
Yes, like I would love to see her puppet mastering him.
Yeah. Her being like, I need you to
please.
lock, please lock the fuck in, please. You said we have a world to destroy, sir. Lock the fuck in. You're doing a bad job of managing the witches. Also,
Yep.
I need you to step it up.
Yep. It would be such an improvement.
I mean, that's sort of improving the whole season, not
Correct.
this episode in particular.
But yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the issues in this episode like can't be fixed within this episode.
Oh, that's fair.
That's the problem.
Your puppy is being so cute.
Yeah, he's flopping back.
He is terribly cute. He's sleeping on his paws like.
So cute. All right, where are we?
Yeah, we were just attempting to fix the episode. Now we all failed to provide a rating for this episode. So, Monica.
I gave it a 3.5.
And therefore it gets a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with 3.5. I think that's about where I would land on it.
Yeah, it's not a bad episode.
Yeah.
But it's not one of the best ones either.
Exactly.
No. Like it's very middle ground, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so we give it, come on, restream. Come on, restream. You want to work.
You can do it, restream. You can do it.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo. All right.
Smash or pass. Ducky says, computer mice for shoulder pads was an inspired choice. Smash. Mehmet, also smash.
Ducky is consistent, if nothing else.
It's true. I will smash Mehmet. She's cute. I am the monster is a sexy object, and I'm not smashing sexy objects.
Smash for Mehmet, pass for the computer monster, because that was not an attractive monster.
I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pass on both of them. The computer monster, not my style. Mehmet, she's super cute, but like I'm not a brat tamer. And I think you need to be a brat tamer to have an interest in Mehmet specifically. And full support for brats, good for them, but that's not my dynamic. If we were being offered smash on Sergei Asimov, smash that man. I love that fucking Russian dude.
They kept his name the same.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I can't remember if they kept Unforgivable Gay Hair DJ's name the same.
Thomas Harris.
Yeah. They kept his name the same. Oh, it looks like Rizuki's back.
All right. Rizuki, you're back just in time. Smash or pass on Mehmet and smash or pass on the computer monster with the mice for shoulder pads.
Maybe to mice. No to Mehmet, because I feel like she would want everything to be focused on her, I feel. And she would I feel like she would take something or make something or try to make this into some sort of either a competition or all focused on her or
Pillow Princess.
Use something that was Eugel's, and I'm like,
Eugel's homemade dildo?
I'm like, no, I'm gonna say no. I don't trust you.
Tell who shows up. There's
vibrator.
A reason Eudiel never used that, you know.
Exactly. I'm just like, no.
All right. Do we recommend this episode?
I say yes.
Ducky said
Ducky
yes.
also said yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so beautifully animated, really strong voice acting in this one, and those are, if nothing else, watch it for that. Watch it because Mehmet bites it.
Yeah, I would agree. I would recommend it. There's Mehmet dies. It's a turning point in the plot. You do kind of need to know some of the information that's in this episode to carry on to the next one for the finale. So like, yeah.
And again, we really in the front end of our analysis, we all did really enjoy the moments with Rini and Trista. So yeah, we did. There were trying to remember there were things that we liked about this, and we weren't just annoyed about Dr. Tomoe.
But we were.
Okay, so let's hit the comments.
All right.
So just some wonderful comments of Ura saying best $5 a month I spend on our Patreon.
Thank you.
We love having you there.
So sweet.
Yeah, and then Yolanda 2020 says, I know I'm going to enjoy it. We look forward to seeing
you.
One of us.
And then Lady Chappelle says, not having the police officer poke in the butt. Not necessary and should be cut out.
Yeah.
100% agree.
They could have done the same comedic scene with her just like poking her just on the back or on the shoulder.
Well, they could have been on the arm, yeah.
On the arm. Yeah.
Anything
but that.
It could have been so many other things, but and then Yolanda 2020 says doesn't help that he's surrounded by much more interesting characters. I believe in
Dr.
reference to
Tomoe.
Tomoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. All right, we're good.
All right. So we got a timestamp for this bad boy.
Oh yeah.
We are at 2:28.
Thank you. All right, next we are ready.
All right, dub episode 114, next in line.
Japanese episode 121, a bewitching flower that steals hearts, Telu, the third witch.
Bites it.
Hoisted by her own death in the greenhouse, hoisted by her own petard. Telu bites it.
Perfect.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10.
All right. So when we opened sort of directly where the last episode left off. The inners and Mini Moon are trying to convince the outers to please not go after Hotaru. We know we've talked about this before, but please don't go after Hotaru. And they once again refuse. And they're like, look, if for your own benefit, you should just forget Hotaru. Like, just forget Hotaru. Just forget her. Mini Moon begs Pluto not to let this make them enemies. This is sort of if you go down this road, if you murder my friend, you are dead to me. Don't do that. Meanwhile, Proto Mistress 9, which is Hotaru in her stuffed animal space, reiterates the fact that she needs a fuck ton of heart crystals. Get on that, Tomoe. So now we move to Tululu, who is now our main witch that we are dealing with. And Tululu's evil scheme is genetically engineered heart crystal snatching plants that she's been working on for a while. Tomoe is like, sounds great, put it into action. Meanwhile, Kaori brings Tomoe some tea. She's like, oh, you look so uncomfortable. Let me give you a shoulder massage. She thinks about how she just really wants to keep on being his girlfriend. But Tomoe says, like, you can't keep playing secretary forever. You are a strong asset. You got to get back out into the field, girl. We need you. And she's unhappy, but she transforms into the hottest dress you've ever seen. Meanwhile, Rini, who is again being very proactive about saving her friend, wants to go to the Mugen Academy to look for Hotaru because based on everything they've learned, she's like, this is the place where it makes the most sense for her to be. She's right. Pluto, at the same time, has heard about these new Tululuan flowers, which makes it sound like Labubuan flowers, and gets one for research. And she determines through her research that it has been genetically engineered for evil. It then tries to attack her, but luckily the garnet rod just protects her. Cool that it can do that. Hotaru then gets one of the Labubu and Happy Blooms for Rini as a gift because they're supposed to make you happy, and she runs off to see her. Unfortunately, the Labubu and flower then attacks Rini. Trista gets there just in time to see this happen, knocks the plant away. Rini's like, you're so mean. How could you fucking do that? That was a gift from Hotaru. And Trista says, girl, if Hotaru gave you that flower, then it means she wanted to steal your heart crystal. Rini's like, well, I'm sure Hotaru didn't know that it did that. And Trista, Serena, and Rini go to investigate the flower cellar. They catch Tululu basically in the act. They transform to fight. For the first time, Mini Moon's attack is actually useful, but then Tululu's vines break through it, and Pluto dives in to take the hit for Mini Moon. She gets caught by the plants instead. Tuxedo Mask throws a rose, disrupts the attack, and then Moon dusts all the flowers. Tululu says, I mean, that sucks, but I still got a lot of energy, and I've got Big Bertha, a giant evil flower. She's like, plus I got all these heart crystals stored in this little star right here. And Tuxedo Mask is like, this little star, you say? Throws a rose, destroys the little star, which contained all the gathered energy. And without it, she can no longer control her plant. Big Bertha attacks and kills Tululu, and the four of them look on as she dies. Then Pluto wakes up, and Mini Moon asks her again, please to help them save Hotaru. That's the episode. Tululu bites it.
Tululu bites it.
Yep, and we're still at blessedly 20 for the cousin counter.
I don't know if that's going up. Maybe 20 is the final count.
Yeah,
maybe they got to 20 and they were like, "We've been back now."
Ura said several months ago that that this was probably where the cousins counter was going to stand, and so far, Ura, you've been correct.
Completely spot on. Yeah. Let's talk about what worked as far as animation quality and voice acting.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the animation quality is kind of low quality here. Everybody's posing and movements look very unnatural. However, Mini Moon's voice acting continues to be impeccable. She's turning in some very sweet emotional performances here. She's always been really good at voicing this role, and when she gets these meaty lines where she has a lot of emotion and impact, she really delivers, and it makes her scenes work so well. Another positive tinged with a little bit of negativity. Why is Mistress Nine's voice acting so much better than Amara's or Trista's? Like, Amara and Trista are two of the biggest roles in this season voice acting wise as far as new cast members. And yet Mistress Nine, the voice that they use just for Mistress Nine, a million times better than theirs. And so is Tululu's, who's literally in an episode and a half. It's such a shame because Tululu is so short-lived, but her voice was so good.
Do you want me to read Ducky's part?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sailor Moon refers to the audience as Sailor fans, so she called it. We have a name. And she really liked the Witches 3 taped onto the door. Always makes her laugh. Always makes me laugh too.
Yeah.
Also howling over the harmony cell for Tomoe and Kaori. Yes, and also Ducky being very excited over Kaori's bad bitch fit. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the animation. I thought it was just not cute, but I have to second what you said about Mistress Nine and Tululu having fabulous voices. And it's just such a shame because like they're so underutilized because their characters just aren't there as much. But
yep.
Whatever.
Sorry, that's Michi, not me.
I said the W3 is so freaking funny on the door. Like, it just every time cracks me up.
Yep. They want to be accurate. They're down another witch.
Yeah, I thought the sequence in which Rainbow Moon Heartache blasts the shit out of all the Telaloon, I thought that ruled. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. Sometimes their powers look real cool.
Yep.
All right, so plot structure. What did we like?
When the 90s dub refers to them as the Bureau of Bad Behavior, it makes me laugh every time.
It's so good. So good.
Also, I don't think this is brought up in English, but the Japanese specifically calls out that Kaolinite was revived by the professor after dying. I guess that makes sense. No, it doesn't, but we're rolling with it. She's like, thank you for reviving me.
So it kind of does, in that in the 90s dub, we have this implication that after the lab explosion, the reason that Dr. Tomoe and Hotaru survived was because Pharaoh 90 was theoretically able to bring Hotaru back from the dead.
From the dead, yeah. That's fair.
So this may be the same thing of like reanimating Kaori's corpse.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Although Kaori does not have every disease. So either Pharaoh 90 got better at it, or maybe Hotaru already had every disease.
Hotaru had every disease.
There was none left for Kaori.
Yeah. Maybe Kayla Knight's body was in fewer pieces. I don't know.
Could be.
Ducky noted, finally, we understand why we're continuing to go after heart crystals. Also love a competent witch's 5-member. Too bad she's literally only alive for 2 episodes.
The fact is, they were almost all competent witches 5 members. Like Mehmet was kind of the oddball for not being competent.
She's the one who you wonder how she got hired.
Yeah. She lied on her resume.
Oh, she fucking lied on her resume.
She stole Udiel's resume.
You probably did.
But like, Udiel, incredibly, amazingly good at her job. I mean, like, Tululu, very good at her job here. We're gonna see that Veloy, extremely good at her job. Like, it just, the hits go on and on.
Mehmet was just the outlier.
Mehmet was just she knew how to work the system. She knew she was bad at her job, but she could manipulate the shit out of that weird alien. And she did.
And boy, did she. I also wrote while we were watching, anyone else think they got these flowers from the evil flower planet from the previous season?
It's so true.
Yeah, maybe evil alien from outer space, Telu, like, I don't know, mail ordered some of them from the Doom Tree.
Yes.
Are they called Telulun in English? I don't think they are.
So at one point in the Cloverway, Trista makes reference to these Tululuan flowers.
Okay.
But after that, they're called Happy Blooms, because that's how she's advertising them, which is admittedly more marketable.
That's true.
But there is at least one reference to them by Trista as Tululuan flowers.
Okay. There we go.
I really liked the plot conceit here, where they briefly mistake Hotaru for being a willing participant in a Bureau of Bad Behavior plot because she gave Rini an evil flower. That was a really nice setup that I wish they had played for longer, because it was a nice, plausible way to maintain this complex, like, uncertainty that the good guys could face as to whether Hotaru is an enemy or not. For once, that was a really nice setup. And again, it was sort of over in just an instant, which was a shame, because I would have loved if they'd played more with that, like, misunderstanding possibility.
Yeah, and it also makes the outers look a lot less bizarre.
Yes. If they're like, look, girl, she just gave you an evil, like, heart-sucking device. She's with them. That's her dad. I also really like that we've talked a couple of times this season about, with the expanding good guy cast, limiting episodes to the characters that are most relevant to that episode. And I liked this being a plot involving Rini and her 2 moms. Pluto rarely gets to be a featured character in episodes, and given how the tension here is between Mini Moon and the inners versus the outers, making that specific fraught relationship a bit of a feature is a really nice choice. Again, I'm really glad they're leaning into Mini Moon and Pluto.
I didn't think of that at all, so I'm seconding that. I completely agree. I also was happy that, oh wow, Kaori exists. Remember her? Oh my god. So I'm happy she, got her job back, I guess. Also, like we were saying before with The Witches 3 now, I'm just loving that as we proceed, they're getting, granted, Eugeo was just very intelligent from the get, but ignoring that for a second, like, Tululu is like, she's showcasing her intelligence, she's showcasing her power. She's got plants that, like, she didn't need to steal, like, find like a victim or anything. She had her plants. The plants are gonna do the work for her. Like, it's just this elevated level of intelligence, and it's just such a bummer that she and then everybody else only gets such a limited screen time, as opposed to, like, Mehmet, who copied pasted a resume and then got the job. Like, I don't know, that bothered me, but I love showcasing that their intelligence, their strengths, and their abilities get more and more intense and more powerful as you proceed through the cast. Which, again, just like we said in other seasons, if you all just work together instead of as enemies and competition, maybe this season would have been 2 episodes.
Yep. Another thing that I just fucking loved was the plant in the dub being named Big Bertha. Amazing. No notes for me.
Yeah, I noted that the big scary plant, I think, is not given a name in Japanese. Certainly not Big Bertha.
Tragic.
If it does have a name. But Tolu points out that like it is a dirty bomb that just like fully kills the target after it's done like sucking the life out of them. It extracts their heart and then it kills them. Like it's meant to like pull it out and then explode.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets hoisted by her own petard. She just really does a lot of screaming and demand it stop attacking her before it explodes, which is really quite a different sequence of events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a one and done.
Yep. Talulu is also really out here perfecting the viral TikTok scheme that entraps a whole bunch of people. She's probably the henchman who's everyone's got to have the new hotness plot is the most effective. Like she really does successfully snatch hearts from a whole room full of people. She even almost gets Chibi Moon with it. She's genuinely one of the most successful. Everyone's got to have this cool new thing plot. This is what Jadeite could have done if he was cunning and ruthless and not a sexist idiot.
Exactly.
Let's say it.
Yeah, never jump on trends, kids. That's how the villains get you.
That's how they get you.
If it's trending on your For You page, it's a Dark Kingdom plot.
Yep. So real. All right. Characterization. A little detail that I liked. I love Tomoe's stapled back together phone from several episodes where he got real mad and crushed the phone receiver in his hands. Stapled that bad boy back together.
I was very excited that Kayla Knight got her bad witch outfit.
Oof. It is good. It's a good look. Ducky really liked Rini ready to go scrap for Hotaru all by herself. My heart. Satsuna doing a science, yay. Hotaru's fantasy DID confession was so sweet. Where she's like, I have an alternate personality. And then your plants belong in the compost. Honestly, a lovely burn. And then Tuxedo Mask did a useful. Oh my god. She's right. He was useful. For myself, I really enjoyed Rini's recurrent tendency in this season to blame herself for things that happened to Hotaru. In this case, again, it's not her fault, but it's so nice to see her leaning into the value of taking accountability, which was a real issue for her last season. So obviously now she's going this different direction, has to be reassured, but knowing where she came from in R, where she was the cause of all the problems and really wanted to offload that responsibility onto anyone else, it feels like a step in her growth.
Yeah, I really like her characterization here as someone who stands up for her friends. Kind of like her mom. Mm-hmm. It's one of their best traits.
And it was very in character for her and for her and for her age. Also, like you said, character progression from like not taking accountability for jack shit anything to taking accountability for maybe that wasn't your fault, but it's growth. We'll get there.
Yeah. Like she swung too far in the other direction because she's young and she's not good at moderation, and so they're starting to pull her back. Yeah. Obviously, huge characterization point, as Ducky mentioned previously. Tuxedo Mask did something. He defeated a villain.
I'm so shocked and so proud of him. Like, I'm so proud of him.
It's unusual.
Yeah. He defeated a villain.
My highlights were characterization where Kaori Knight gets a badass outfit. Love that. And then Hotaru unknowingly falls into a baddie's plan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I also really love when the series animates someone doing computer by having them type a whole bunch. And to do something that's honestly probably more clicking than it is a crazy amount of typing.
Clicking is not very. It's very subtle animation.
Not so exciting.
We're searching JSTOR.
God.
Doing all kinds of typing when they're like, I think that would mostly just be mouse clicks, but that's not very exciting to animate. I also love how unsubtle these villains are. Like, yeah, sure, let's put our symbol, which is a big 5-pointed black star, all over everything. Yes, it's the school symbol. Yes, we are wearing it in our civilian disguises. Yes, we will put it on everything else. Please do not have any pattern recognition about this.
Yep. All right. Relevance to the ongoing story.
There was hella plot in this episode.
Agreed. There was tons of plot this time. Oh my God. Tristameo working to learn about the plants. That's what her name is. That's it. Hotaru being more self-aware that something isn't right in the House of Commons. Kyori being back in the plot and going after Hotaru. It's definitely moving the plot along and the storyline development. There was also a relationship, like structure and like movement, whether it's positive or negative, between the inners and the outers, Tomori and Kaori, Hotaru's malfunction, Chibs. Like everyone's just, there's actual stuff happening, stuff and things. So it's finally.
Yeah. I mean, as far as relevance, the inners in particular are like learning a lot in this episode. We're seeing them get a lot of information that we as the audience have had all along, but they have not had, and they are finally getting it. This is also the episode where Mini Moon's power starts to be more reliable. You know, the thing that her mom sent her back to the past for. Learn how to use your powers. Learn how to be a sailor soldier. And she's been like sort of plinking her way through it all along. In this episode, she needed it to work and really willed it to work. And it finally starts to be more reliable. It starts to work. It's because she's fighting with conviction. And she's starting to get Pluto on side, which is going to be the key to then breaking through the outer's emotional walls.
Here, Ducky agrees with you. Oh, yes, Hotaru's been the key for the reliability of the season, which is really sweet.
Yeah.
And Hotaru actually makes me like Greenie. Which after last season, I never thought I would say that.
See, I mean, we're gonna go at a Super S after this, but
enjoy it while you can.
When she's interacting with Hotaru, I think she's at her best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. High key.
So was it exciting and engaging, even if it wasn't relevant or high quality?
Ducky seems to think this is a solid episode. She said, solid episode, to be honest. I wish Telu lived.
I think we all wish we got more Telu.
Yeah. I made a note that I agree with her. She was Telulu was more. I'm just gonna add another say her name. She was more powerful, had a more potent plot, had so much accomplished so quickly, and then bye. I feel like that was such a waste.
Yeah. But as far as excitement, this was definitely exciting and engaging.
Tolulu comes in and goes out with a bang.
All right. So what were our standout moments?
Ducky voted for Rini and Hotaru's exchange at her house, once again saying, my heart.
Tuxedo Mask defeating a villain.
So proud.
Amazing.
Pluto's transformation, just because it always is.
I just want to backtrack for a second. We are 121 episodes into the production of this anime, and Tuxedo Mask has defeated a villain for the first time.
Yep.
So
proud.
If you're wondering why we are all so stuck on this, he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's been there since the beginning.
He's done it.
Finally got one on the board.
He can finally say my work here is done and mean it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. So favorite part?
Ducky has voted for Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
I'm seconding Big Bertha, but also Sailor Fans. But to be for real, I'm just really proud of Tux. Someone needs to give him a cookie or something.
Yes.
Sailor Fans was my favorite part.
Yes. All right. So, favorite character of the episode? Mini Moon.
A unanimous Mini Moon.
Unanimous Mini Moon.
This will never happen again.
This will never happen again.
Screenshot it. Like somebody marks the date and time because this will never happen again on the show.
She crushed in this episode.
She did. Really.
Yep. All right. Shall we do comments?
Yeah, let's do comments.
comments.
So Lady Chappelle says, the outfits of Tulu are so good. The green buns are iconic. The English voice is so good. I can listen to her all day long.
Hear, hear.
Yeah. And then Lady Chappelle also says, Damon actually Darian actually uses his rose against a plant user. Nobody can beat a rose.
He's had to deal with a lot of plants this season. And he keeps getting mad about it. He's like, how dare you use plants in this way?
It's my thing.
Yep. And then Ura says, in Japanese, I'm pretty sure she calls it a hyper-taloon.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds right. And then Ura also says, Tululu had a good showing.
See, it's not just me.
Nope. And Lady Chappelle also says, Rini will throw hands for Hotaru. A big applause. And then, just to bounce off that, Yolandak 2020 says, family resemblance. Usagi will also throw hands for her friends. You're not wrong. And then Felipe Barak says, didn't he defeat Queen Beryl before Metalia possessed her?
I don't know that I would say he defeated Queen Beryl. He, because I believe he throws the rose and it sort of shatters the crystal thing that she's thrown at him. And then maybe sticks in her chest a little bit, but I don't think she was necessarily defeated.
No. We'll give him a point.
Yeah.
It's when you're in a JRPG and you defeat the last monster and you're like, yeah, I won, but then the last monster comes back in their better form.
Second life part.
Second phase. Yeah.
Thought you got rid of me.
He finished her first health bar.
Exactly. Now I'm the stronger.
You got that last hit point on it.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then the second health
triggered
bar
the second phase
too. Yep.
No save point for you.
Exactly what happened.
No, but thank you for pointing that out. All right, and that's it.
All right. Okay. So let's get critical. What didn't we like? Animation quality and voice acting.
Ducky does not like that they called her Telulu. She said Telu is fine. I said Telulu like Delulu is what I hear every time, and I thought that the unofficial subtitles that I was watching, I thought that they called her Telulu too, but it might just be a reference to the English name. And that confused me because it definitely also says this is not the episode with her name in it. Oh yeah, it is Telu, and it does say Telu in the episode title that I looked up. But I thought my unofficial subtitles said Telulu too, but maybe I just can't read.
My note is just Telulu la 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 because I can't. I can't take things seriously. But anyway, besides that, the animation was just left a lot to be desired. And if there's no hate for Tristamayo and Amara's voices, then I have died. I'm so done. I'm so done.
Yeah, I mean, critically, the animation here was not very good. It's a shame for such a relatively big episode, and it's hard not to notice coming off of last episode where the animation was quite beautiful.
Trista's voice actor is finally getting to me.
Join me in hell.
And I know you fight for them because you've got the strong nostalgia attachment to these voices, and yet
and it's it's nothing against the voice actor. It's just it does not fit Pluto.
Right, it's the casting. It's the casting choice.
Yep. So that's where I'm at. I'm with Rizuki now.
All right. Plot structure?
Ducky is shocked that the Garnet Rod is now the Doctor Strange cape. Also, for the fifth time, we didn't tell the Witches 5 who the host for Mistress 9 is.
Yep.
Yeah, it is weird. Also, my note here says, okay, I know we're not concerned with the masquerade ever, but Chibs running down the street with Luna P never looks weird to anyone. No bystanders ever go, where'd that kid get a floating cat ball? Like, also, doesn't this ostensibly take place in, like, 1995? I don't think there was floating object technology back then. That we, like, a kid with a ball, not weird. A kid running with a ball floating next to them, extremely weird.
Yes.
Like, it isn't that the Luna P ball doesn't look like a toy someone might have. That part's not weird. And that it, like, talks and makes noise, and the eyes are like LCD screens. That part's not weird. The part that it floats by itself is real fucking weird.
So if you are a viewer who was not like alive or does not have memory of the early 90s, during that time, this is around the time when we had things like the Back to the Future films. And so when we were forward looking at what the future would be like, we were fascinated with the idea of things like hoverboards. That was very much thought to be a cool, far future technology that it would be neat to have. And so they did not envision a world in which in our current time you would just have a floating ball that tracks along with you. This would not have been considered normal in the 90s.
No, it wouldn't. I don't think it would be considered very normal right now. Like, if I saw one of the neighbor children outside with a ball just floating by itself next to them, I would be like, how the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah, or I would be like, is that a drone? Are your parents following you with a drone?
Yeah, like, is this like a drone you have, or is it like a magnet thing? Like, how are you making that float? How did that happen?
Concern.
I also noted as a negative that Teller really kind of goes out with a whimper. She loses to Tuxedo Mask.
She does lose to Tuxedo Mask.
It's also a real manga lifespan.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Imagine having a manga lifespan in an anime.
Considering the others.
Yeah, right? Also, I didn't like that Jupiter was missing from the episode about her counterpart witch.
Yeah, I mean, because they give so little screen time to the other witches after Mehmet, they just don't dedicate, she simply does not get an episode with Jupiter.
Yep.
I commented on that also. I'm just very confused how Jupes just didn't get even like 30 seconds with her counterpart. And it goes into the next complaint I had, like that Eugela got 42 years. Mehmet got 20 years. Delulu got a day. Like, there's no consistency. Just what is consistency? And I know that's asking a lot from the 90s anime. And don't take this the wrong way. I love the 90s anime, but consistency, what is she? So like, it drives me nuts watching it as an adult. And the dub didn't help, but
I wish Tulu got to do more evil, because like she started off so strong by pulling that cord, and then I felt like it was just such a strong plan, and then she just went out so sadly,
quietly.
Yeah. So characterization. Let's get critical.
Yeah, Ducky says not the Outers dragging the Witches 5 for not believing in teamwork while not believing in teamwork. Also, Jesus H. Serena, you didn't think Rini was upsetty about Hotaru? Bad.
Yeah. So Serena's like, where did Rini run off to? Why is she so upset? And
I wonder.
What a weird, dumb question for you to ask. My characterization issue, like, Kaolinite, no. In the manga, she is like the head baddie. It is not Tomoe, it's Kaolinite. And in the anime, they decided that she just really wanted to be Dr. Tomoe's evil housewife, and she has to be guilted into getting back into her evil career. Such a downgrade for her.
Yeah, I left a note saying I had to wonder if this was the same in Japanese, and having then watched it in Japanese, sort of. She does flirt with him, and then thanks him. Like, she sort of flirts with him in thanks for having resuscitated her for her resurrection. And then he kind of hits her with the "we're just friends," which sparks her bad witch transformation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's a line in here where Hotaru claims that she, quote, hurts others' feelings without meaning to. We saw the previous episode where she, like, killed her own pet fish and, like, sucked the energy out of a fellow schoolboy. I'm pretty sure she's hurt more than their feelings. What in the censorship is this? Like, why we've already established in a previous episode that she harms people without meaning to. Why do you need to have her say she harms people's feelings without needing to?
Yeah, I hurt people's feelings without meaning to is like what autistic people do, not what you do, baby.
I mean, I guess my feelings are hurt when someone that I don't know like causes me pain. I guess. I suppose.
Yeah, my feelings are also hurt when that happens. I think her goldfish's feelings were hurt before it died.
Before they died, like, wow, this sucks. Like, I mean. Oh, and yeah, agree.
Oh, yeah. Also, Ducky agrees. She says, for real, because a few episodes ago, we had her little flashback where we acknowledged that she's hurt people physically.
Like, we had that memory with, like, her fellow classmates. That's why she's alone. Like,
Yep.
Did we forget this happened?
We did, yeah.
And I said it was a big downgrade on Kaori Night for sure.
We all fully agree.
Yep. Mm-hmm. She deserves better.
Yeah.
So relevance to the ongoing story, like, I mean, it was relevant.
It wasn't OMG, but it was relevant.
Relevant that we'll be getting a new baddie next episode.
It's true.
Talulu bit it. Was it boring? If so, why? Was not boring.
No, not at all.
Entertaining, even.
I was just, for me, it was just a little frustrating with the inconsistencies. I'm being consistent in being annoyed at the inconsistencies. And the censoring just making things just not make sense, like feelings. But also the voice acting's driving me nuts. And Telepu just having this like lackluster death. I will give her a different name every time I refer to her.
Please.
I'm just like, you had such like a badass entrance and everything, and then bleh, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I said my part earlier.
Yeah. All right. So, worst part, my worst part was the weird thing with Serena. This scene where Luna and Artemis are sort of needlessly explaining that Rini is worried about Hotaru, and Serena being weirdly surprised by this information. The one thing that Serena has never lacked is an EQ, so this makes no sense. And then like Serena complains about Rini being annoying. None of this fit in with the rest of this episode or with any of Serena's recent behaviors towards Rini, so it really just doesn't work as a scene.
No, like fully agreed. I didn't like the Serena and Kat scene, like their banter, their dialogue. It seemed off. It didn't seem in line with what was happening. The episode, Rini and Hotaru situation, it just didn't seem like it meshed at all. It was just like, oh, just here, shove Serena not caring and the cats being assholes, go. It just didn't mesh well at all. I really could have done without that.
Yeah. Ducky agrees with you.
And I just wish Lou got better screen time.
Yeah. Thing that it could have done entirely without, for me, again, Serena complaining about Rini being annoying.
Seconding.
Mine was Toulouse begging in the end. That's not her.
Yeah. I seconded that. That added nothing, and it's not in the original.
Yeah. A weird localization choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would make it better? I honestly just take out the scenes with the Rini and Serena rivalry. They just didn't fit in this episode. Just take them out.
Seconding.
Third.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's slap a rating on this. For me, 3.5 seems about right. It could have potentially been higher, but I had to dock points for the absolutely uggo animation.
Valid. It was a 3 for me. Lots of plot movement, but the consistency, the censorship, the pacing, the voice acting took 2 points out for me.
Ducky says 3 for birds.
Yep.
And I said 3.5.
I am also throwing another 3.5 on the pile.
All right, so that averages out to 3.5.
All right.
And then
smash or pass on Telu herself. Smash.
I'm afraid.
That's so valid.
Ducky says, I am an equal opportunity, which is 5 employer.
Smash.
We know.
Yeah,
Nikki,
we know. Yeah. I specifically said I would smash Telu, but not the plant.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Not the
Big Bertha
plant.
or any of the Happy Blooms. No, Telu. Yeah. Okay. So, do we recommend it? Sure. This is a decent episode.
Yeah.
All right, shall we go to comments?
Let's go to comments.
So Yolandak 2020 says Luna P must have a perception filter. Think Doctor Who.
It's possible. I could see that.
I can see it.
Yeah.
She's a futuristic toy.
She is. Parents following you with the drone. I'm sure someone's working on it. Yolandak
100%.
2020 says.
Mhm.
Oh, 110%.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's not just Black Mirror shit. That will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then Lady Chappelle smashes Tulu. And then
We agree.
Yolandak 2020 says, what would make it better? This being Tulu's 4th episode, not her 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree. All right, we're good.
All right, we got a timestamp for this bad boy.
We are at 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Okay.
Got it.
We're moving right along.
We are doing our best. All right, so let's get into dub episode 115, The Science of Love.
And the Japanese episode 122, Believe in Love, Ami the Kind-Hearted Guardian. I mean, she is really quite the kind-hearted guardian in this, especially in Japanese.
She is, yeah. Okay, so in this episode, the girls have now firmly decided they want to investigate Mugen Academy. Luckily, conveniently, Amy's top test scores enable her to go there during their ticketed national exams. So, meanwhile, Tomoe is now dispatching his next employee, Beirut, to collect heart crystals. Her civilian name that she's going by is Julie Bidot. And she finds Amy in the lobby, and she's like, oh, it's you, Amy, the genius girl who's got high scores like me. I would like to invite you on a private tour as a fellow top student, just for you and me. Leave your friends behind, just you and me on a private tour. And she takes her on a private tour. Meanwhile, Amara and Michelle are again investigating the building. So Julie takes Amy to a lab, and she's genuinely just trying hard to recruit Amy to the school. But Amy gets weirdly mad when Julie says that some of the students, if they do really well, are allowed to also teach classes. And she's like, I don't think just because you do well on your grades that you should be able to teach classes. You have to have leadership and blah, blah, blah. And Julie's like, girl, when did I say all that? But also, you seem to be a little too up in yourself. And she deduces that Amy is 100% a Sailor Scout, and she's fucking right about it. So Beirut then, being mad that she was rejected and blown off by the girl she likes, activates her nano cuff, which is apparently the source of all her powers and the only thing she needs in a world because she's a genius. She uses it to activate the computers to suck the heart crystals out of all the students who are currently taking their exams. Meanwhile, Amara and Michelle have been poking around. They find the Sovereign of Silence room where Hotaru's like sort of hanging, and they run forward to kill Hotaru because that's the goal. But Amy is there. She sees them. She tells them to stop, and she runs ahead to also protect Hotaru. Beirut also shows up. She reveals herself. She attacks the 3 of them. She's like, I know you're all Sailor Scouts. I'm just going to kill you. She managed to immobilize the outers who are closer to her, but Mercury transforms and the 2 of them fight each other. Mercury is on the ropes for a while because of the nanobots, but then the inners arrive. Uranus and Neptune are then able to take advantage of the confusion to transform and attack Beirut. Moon then also attacks, and her attack causes Beirut's nano cuff to malfunction and causes her nano attack to rebound onto herself. Her nanobots then slowly eat her alive while all of the scouts watch in horror. And behind them, the Sovereign of Silence then disappears into an evil dimension. And in the aftermath of this, the outers tell the inners that, so Hark and Michiru tell the inners that, you did stop us, you do keep trying to stop us, but like, I feel like you probably maybe saved our lives, and maybe you guys were right, and we want to help Hotaru now too, or something, for some reason. And that's the episode.
Yeah, it's an episode.
So I think to be clear, I believe that the exact localization of Veloy's name is might be Bailut, but it's based on the word Beirut, and so I chose to write it that way for my summary.
Okay.
Okay, so cousins counter, where are we at?
Still a 20.
Yep, still a 20.
Holding steady.
Yep. Okay, so animation quality. This was the horny animation team, very mid.
School animation was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
Yep. Plot structure. What did we like? I mean, for me, like, damn, Veloy is efficient. She just gathered all of the nation's top students into one room, made them be quiet and sit in one place, and then snatched their heart crystals en masse. Honestly, like, if the Bureau of Bad Behavior was just Udiel and Veloy working together, I feel like they would have won 10 episodes ago.
It's game over for you nerds. Ducky agrees with you.
Oh my god. Finding the Heart Snatcher's base, Veloy clocking, I keep wanting to say Beirut and it makes me so mad. I'm like, eh. Clocking Amy's identity, Tomoya recognizing Serena, Michelle and Amara finding Hotaru, the sovereign of silence. Like, there's so much happening. Damn.
Yeah.
A+.
I'm honestly surprised that this plot didn't work.
It should have worked. It would have worked had she not, like, been mad that Amy rejected her and decided to attack her instead of just seeing the plot through. Unfortunately, Veloy has only ever been hot for one person. She's not familiar with this experience before, so she's been pursuing that emotion. Characterization, what did we like?
I really liked how this opens in Japanese with Usagi being super proud of Ami for getting a perfect score on the national exam. She like comes running in and she's like, "You did it!"
Mm-hmm.
Friendship.
Yeah. Also, Veloy really hit us with the manga intro of "I, Veloy, will do my plan." Leave it to me.
Okay.
Every manga henchman introduces themselves by saying "I, name, will, plot," and then they die 2 pages later.
Yeah.
Also, Ami out here being like, it's okay, but being a good academic doesn't make you a good teacher. Preach, girl. It is so true.
It is true. Yeah, characterization wise, I enjoyed that Veloy really was distracted from her evil plan by also trying to hit on Amy. Like, good for her. She's clearly mad that Amy wasn't impressed by her. Like, not gonna lie, I love her. She just gives no shits about Kalinite and apparently just figured out Sailor Mercury's identity instantly. This is, for a character who's only in 1 episode, they convey so clearly her exact personality, her strengths, and her core weaknesses within that episode in a way that is really enjoyable. You just get a few scenes with her, but you clearly get the idea that here's Veloy. She specifically is a hyper genius who is so smart that she simply does not give a shit about spending time with or working with anyone who is not as smart as her. So she, like, every time she sees Kaori just being a secretary, she's like, shut the fuck up. I don't care what you have to say. Dr. Tomoe, she's like, yeah, I guess he's my boss or whatever. Like, I'm a genius. I do not need help. The only thing I need in this world is my nano cuff, which I invented. And this is all I care about. All I need is this to get everything done and to win the game. Also, oh my God, here's a genius girl who is as smart as me. Hi, can we be friends? Let's be friends. Why are you talking about, like, why are you being critical of the thing that I didn't even, like, bring up? This is weird. Why are you rejecting me? I don't like that you're rejecting me. You're the only person I've ever been interested in. Like, it's a very clear through line. They play it out very well. Her downfall is the fact that she believes that all she needs to rely on are the nanobots, and then the nanobots eat her alive. It's great.
Yeah. When she's fighting with Kalinite, the Japanese dialogue focuses more on Veloy being like, do your fucking job. Where in the English, she's like, Kalinite, you dumb slut.
Yep.
There's still some sort of weird, like, implied off-screen rivalry, which I think I'll complain about during the second half of this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I liked Veloy's dialogue and characterization in Japanese more. I think it's truer to who she actually is.
Yeah.
My comment was just that I'm, once again, the next of the witches too, is just more intelligent and, like you said, could have made this season so much shorter. Veloy is on it.
Mm-hmm. Ducky says, LMAO at Haruka and Michiru's speech just sounding like innuendo to me despite being serious. You tried censorship, but the power of gay compels you. Veloy also just coming for Kaori's neck this entire episode is so good, and I love this for her, but I wish we'd seen more of the bitter rivalry among the Witches 5 this season.
Veloy truly is the best plotter. Like,
she had a plan. It was a great plan.
Down.
Yeah, a really good plan.
Yeah.
All right, relevance to the ongoing story.
Lots. I'm being so positive here lately. There's lots of plot movement to take us to the end. We're just about there, and they're doing really good with that at last.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, in a weird way, I felt like this was glorified filler. The only thing that happened that really moved the plot forward was that apparently the Neptune and Uranus experienced a big change of heart for some reason and are now on the same side as the Inners, I guess. They didn't sell me on that. This episode was not about them, and I was not convinced in any way. Michi? You're on mute.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah. flames on the side of my face. You're still on mute.
Still muted.
Oh no. Nope. We got nothing.
Testing?
Yeah.
Nope, got it.
Yeah, yep.
Again.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Just lag. There's just lag.
There's a lag, but yeah, we can hear you.
Motherfucker.
Okay. No, we heard that just
back.
Oh, okay, good.
You have to curse. Yeah.
So I said
You
I'm
just have to
still
say motherfucker, that's all.
apparently that's the magic words in the show. So I'm still not sure how we ended up on everyone on the same side.
That's what I'm saying. Like it did not feel like I felt like we had multiple episodes of Mini Moon trying to wear Pluto down. And finally, like, we had that confrontation. Pluto takes a hit for her, and you get to the point where it's like, if nothing else, I feel convinced that Pluto loves Chibi Moon enough that she's willing to set aside her mission because she just can't bring herself to break her heart. That I bought. This was fucking nonsense. So, did we feel like this episode was exciting and engaging, even if it wasn't relevant or high quality?
It was, to me, it was moving along, but like the pacing and the plot, like I'm just like, you're the reason why we have to like make multiple drafts when we're writing an essay in school. I can't.
So true. Yeah, like this episode sort of moved at a good pace in and of itself. It just wasn't very high quality.
Big things happened, but not like overall impactful.
Yeah. So standout moment for me, it was I think it was maybe Sailor Moon saying, "Get real, you science shrew."
That's really funny.
Great. Cloverway. Those are
Cloverway.
good. And then I liked, it's a bit like a mood bracelet. Girl, how?
So apparently it does her bidding based on her heart rate. So apparently just by whether she is excited or calm or whatever, it will do that. So like a telepathic mood bracelet.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I don't know, being based on your heart rate doesn't seem great. Like, I see an internet discourse post that makes me angry, and then I destroy the whole block.
Like imagine just have a fucking espresso.
Yeah.
You're done.
Too much caffeine.
I truly had 2 white monsters and let it create a third.
It's so good.
Oh,
science, don't worry about it.
I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, because sidebar, I have the lowest caffeine tolerance. It's really sad. So I'm just like, my God, if I wore that and had like I don't know, like a Red Bull with a Baja Blast, I think I would implode. It would
Right.
The nanobots would level a city block for you. I'd be like,
you got an issue? I'll handle it. Give me a second.
All right. Favorite part. For me, like, it's a shame Veloy only got this one episode. She's another Witches 5 member who has a very clear and specific personality, and she has her own reason for not getting along with her coworkers, which is that she thinks she's better than them. This is like, I wish that we got to see more of her.
I like Balooey a lot.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Favorite character of the episode?
I guess Amy, but I don't care about I equally don't care about anyone.
Yeah, like Veloy, to be honest, she's not a good person, but I like her.
But I like her. That's a lot of characters I like.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Yeah. Is this good? A character being a good person isn't a prerequisite for liking them.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So we want to hit the comments.
Yep. So Ura says Beirut. I cannot take her
Take her
seriously.
some Beirut. Yeah, I know.
And then
So Beirut is one of the alternative names for beer pong. So every time that I would hear the name Beirut, in my mind I'm like picturing her playing beer pong.
what
do we think?
Oh my god. And then Lady Chappelle says, I love Amy basically telling Julie off. Amy is like, no, I don't get you. I don't like you. And so not a genius corporate brat. Yep. And then also Lady Chappelle says, Uranus and Neptune weren't genuine at all and not convincing. It's like a flip-flop move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just didn't buy it.
Truly. All right. And that's it.
All right.
Okay.
So let's hate on it a little bit. What didn't we like? Animation quality and voice acting.
Ducky really hated that they dubbed her name as Julie.
It's not far from her. You know this better.
Yeah. She said the screaming this episode is just bad. Also forever, and she specifically wrote the word bambeezled by changing the first names but not the last. Kaio and Tenno still being their last names, but we changed their first names for no reason.
Yep.
Also, when Julia was watching this episode, we were watching it earlier today, she said, okay, I guess Julie aligns with the mouth flaps for Yui, and then repeated an I guess.
Like, if they're gonna localize it to a more like white person name because they want almost all of the characters in Japan to be white
people for whatever reason.
I don't hate Julie. I'm also like, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
My two parts were just science shrew kind of killed me a little bit inside, but also Julie.
Animation quality, it was unworthy of where we are in the storyline.
Okay, so hear me out. This made me feel like somehow the plot, like all the worry, all the end of the world, all that stuff that we were talking about, gone.
Yeah. Sort of forgotten about briefly for this episode. Well, like, the part of that is because this is sort of a bad adaptation of the little Veloy's actual plot from the manga, and that happens way sooner. That's like episode 5, not episode
35.
22. 35, right?
No, not literally 35, but close.
Yeah, but whatever number this is in the sequence of S, not overall.
Mm-hmm.
Not 20 some odd episodes into the season.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, plot structure.
Ducky noted in all capital letters, let her live, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep. The plot structure to me just also was unworthy of where we are in the storyline. Like, the one main goal of this episode is supposed to be convincing us that the Outers are suddenly won over to the side of let's not kill Hotaru. And I honestly just don't feel like it succeeded at all there. Last episode was way more effective in terms of Pluto being won over, whereas this just felt like Neptune and Uranus were won over because the storyline said that it was time for them to get on board. The concept of, quote, looking for the real Messiah has been completely forgotten. The Outers are such wet blankets in the anime after they get their talismans. Michi, it's you, babe.
Like, somehow it feels like a rinse and repeat of last episode.
Yeah.
Like, which is really sad because they're both really good baddies.
Yep. All right. Characterization. This was another episode where the Outers just like need to carry the idiot ball for a while so that they can forcibly contribute nothing.
So they can forcibly contribute nothing. Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah. It's absolutely killing me how the Outers have been reduced to like these like angry bloops in the background just to push the plot along that don't sit. They don't sit. And I'm confused at that last scene. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you weren't wrong in letting us try to kill Hotaru, but we lived and everyone's alive. So thank you so much. Oh my God, like that doesn't make this doesn't.
Yeah, they all laugh for some reason.
Why are we all laughing? Why are we all happy? That I don't understand. This just feels like we've now crossed back into crack fic territory with like Mary Sue characters and everyone's just happy.
Yeah. Ducky said that she had an issue with Ami like being outraged at new techniques in pedagogy. Like, this character assassination that she will not stand for. Go girl, give us nothing in terms of personality and motivations.
So in Japanese, Ami, I think this is about her like fight with Veloy over like using her tech or whatever, or her teaching the class or something like that. In Japanese, she says she is disappointed by Veloy relying too much on technology and science and refusing to connect with others and the human element of scientific discovery. Like,
that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, well, like Ami's sort of through line. See, the Japanese title is that Ami is like, you have to connect with other people to be a good teacher. When she says, well, Veloy's like, yeah, I can teach a class. I'm super smart. I get to do whatever I want. And Ami is kind of like, okay, but like being a good academic doesn't make you a good teacher. You have to like care about your students who are struggling and like help them progress and learn. Veloy is like, who fucking cares about people who are struggling?
Yes, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
Why
and
wouldn't they
Ami
just localize it that way?
Repeatedly through the whole episode being like, no, you have to connect with other people. You have to care about other people. I don't know how to tell you this, but you have to care about other people, which is what she yells at the Outers too.
That's so good.
Sometimes the 90s cut really engages in wanton character assassination.
I'm furious. I'm honestly so mad. So mad.
just go rewatch this episode in Japanese. Seriously. Like, it is a better, like, some parts of it are still bad, but it is a better episode in Japanese. Because Ami has a motivation that makes sense.
I'm so mad.
All right,
it's your turn.
I sincerely miss liking the Outers.
Me too, dude. Also, I noticed that like while the Outers have lines that often make marginally more sense the way the original manga plot. Sometimes they have lines that make more sense in Japanese, but the way the original manga plot has just been hacked up and put back together, like this is a thing from the manga that happens early on, and now it's happening late. Like just really kind of fucking makes the Outers come across as these idiot assholes like a lot of the time, and that's because the story is being told out of order.
Yep.
And like we don't establish that they're like infiltrating Mugen Academy. We don't establish that they know that the Deathbusters are like soul-snatching creatures from outer space and that they're really dangerous. We don't establish that like some of the reason they want to keep them away from the Infinity Academy is because they don't want their bodies to get snatched. And also like, I mean, also that they are going to have to assassinate a sickly child, but they are motivated by like, no, we know what's going on here. It is complicated. It is dangerous. you are in danger if you come in here. You are in real danger if you come in here. And that's just like completely missing from the whole thing. And so it makes them come across as these like dickheads who won't communicate.
Yeah. They have
and
stupid, inept, and frankly, passively useless for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, they can't put two and two together, and they refuse to communicate even when they know they're wrong, and it really kind of makes them suck.
Yeah. Like, you're seeing a note from you that just said, I miss liking the Outers, hit so
Michi,
hard. Because like that tells us where we are at in that, like, Michi, a person who objectively loves the Outers, just as we do, is at the point where we've gone through so many episodes now where we're like, what the fuck is happening? Who could like these characters at this point? And we do like them. We love
like
them.
We love the Outers.
So what the fuck?
It's so true.
Yeah. So relevance to the ongoing story.
Yes, but the pacing and just the storytelling, it makes zero sense. I'm just frustrated. I'm over this shit at this point.
Relevant only because it had to be. They had to shoehorn in Haruka and Michiru being like, yay, we won't kill Hotaru now.
Unfortunately.
Was it boring? If so, why? And Ducky says, I'm like deeply annoyed with this arc because we could have split these filler eps much, much more equitably among the Witches 5, and now it just seems like we're zipping through them to get to the end game.
Agree. It feels so rushed now. Like, this was so avoidable, but here we are.
Yeah, it was annoyingly boring when it didn't need to be because it was just so badly written, and as I have now learned, mangled even worse in the localization.
Wanton character assassination.
Like, it was boring in the worst parts of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, worst part. Let's pick one.
For me, I'd say it's the entire episode. They spend, like, overall with the season, they spend so much time with filler with Yujil and Mimette that the rest are getting so shafted with screen time. It's rushed. The voice acting doesn't hit. Viuli and V-Babe, whatever. And the telenovela, she could have emoted more while dying. Like, I just felt like it, I don't know. I just felt the whole thing was just garbage and, like, overall just poorly written. It's like, oh shit, Toei Animation, we have wasted 2,203 million hours on filler, and now we have like, I don't know, 5 episodes left to get everything done. Let's just, that's how it feels, and it's not good.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. No time with Valui to really get to know her or interact with her.
It's such a shame.
It is.
Yeah. It really
Okay.
I
is.
also just want to throw out there before everyone gets in the comments and is like, the 90s show was coming out while the manga was still being written, so they didn't have the manga plot to do whatever. They did kind of like have the outline and like probably the structure in which things were happening, because we have things that are like very reminiscent of the manga, and also Stars does a better job of this.
Yeah.
Like Stars does a much better job of like just kind of telling its own story.
Yeah.
Like I really like the way Stars kind of goes, okay, well the manga isn't done yet, so we have kind of the outline, and so we're just gonna kind of write our own ending.
Yeah.
And I think both endings are like equally good.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll get to. I'm so excited to watch Stars. I'm so excited to watch Stars again.
Yeah.
Rizuki and Monica are both going to be like,
I mean, you don't understand that, like, the entire time that we work our way through Super S, I'm going to be like, at the end of Super S, I get the Nehelenia Stars arc. Yay. I can do this.
We can make it through.
Yeah, at the end of this, we get to watch the 6 best episodes of Sailor Moon.
Honestly.
Yup.
and I've never seen the Viz dub for them.
I haven't watched the Viz dub at all because I have my thoughts, but we'll get there.
We're going to get there. Yeah. All right. So, thing that this episode could have done entirely without.
I didn't love this weird implied rivalry between Veloy and Kalenite that's neither explored nor explained. Like in the English, they're like at each other's throats the entire time. Julia said something really funny. I should have written it down. She was like, Veloya's like, you think slinging pussy around like this is going to get you somewhere?
I think, oh my god, I'm gonna entirely swing off of that for what would make it better.
Okay.
Actually have an idea for an angle that I would have fucking loved for their relationship here, and for why Veloy is specifically pissed at Kalanite. So I'm gonna come back to that one.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm excited.
Ducky says the thing it could have done entirely without is the Adders convo at the end. Like, what the actual fuck was that? The Uno reversing their entire ass stance this season because Rini was a cutie pie. Be so fucking for real.
I know.
Agreed. Like, oh, Rini was uwu, so now we have to. Everything's fine now. No. No.
Okay, so what would make it better? I think there are a lot of ways that we could make it better, but I do want to pick up off of what Monica mentioned, which was this weird implied rivalry between Veloy and Kalanite. And the thing that you could have done it, which would have been which would have been so fucking cool for both of their characters, is Veloy is not pissed at Kalanite because she's just like, humping her weight at the top or whatever. She's pissed at Kalanite because before her reanimation, Kalanite was an actual respected academic who was intelligent. And I'm imagining a world in which Kalanite used to be someone who Veloy was a rare person who Veloy found somewhat interesting because she was in any way someone who represented an academic peer, which is the only thing that we know Veloy gives a shit about. If you are not a genius, shouldn't fucking care about you. Go away. So I would love the idea that what she's specifically pissed about is that Kalanite is now squandering all of her like intelligence and potential on wanting to hump this man's leg. And
on this terrible man.
And that pisses Veloy off for every fucking reason. It would be so characterizing for them both because it really tells us a lot about Kalanite and who she would have been before, and why she was his like number one in his evil organization. And it again gives us more of that information about Veloy as a character and gives us this implied backstory connection for her. I just think it would have worked really well.
Yeah, I think you can rewatch those scenes and read them that way and then enjoy them more.
I think I will. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah. I like that. I think you can. I think that's not even just a fix. I think that's transferable. You can just go back and rewatch that episode and think about it that way and then improve it. Yeah. I'm all about improving something that's bad by reading it differently.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Does anyone else want to fix it in any way, or do we want to move on to our ratings?
I think I'm good. I don't know that I can. That already improved it, so I don't know that I can do one better.
I mean, the problem is you have to fundamentally write a whole different episode to write the episode where you feel like this episode convinced Neptune and Uranus to not kill Hotaru. Yeah. Nothing in this episode did any of that. You would have to fully rewrite the episode. So we ain't doing that right now.
No.
Imagine a different episode in which they have a reason to believe Hotaru is worth saving.
You can also just watch it in Japanese.
You watch it in Japanese. It will be better.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's rate the episode. Ducky came in the most optimistically. She gave this one a 3.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
I'm giving it a 2.5 in English, but I'm gonna bump it up to 3 in Japanese because it's more cohesive and there is no wanton character assassination happening. I should have voted for Mercury for my favorite character of this because she does have a good character arc in the Japanese episode. She is demonstrating one of her best qualities, which is that she's brave, she cares about other people, and she's willing to stick up even to people she likes about what she believes in. She tells off Uranus and Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're gonna go kill that sickly child, and she's like, don't do that. That's immoral. We can help you. Come on.
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
Smash or pass? Oh, wait, we got to officially land on our
Right.
rating. I think we land on a 2.5 there.
2.5.
Yep. All right. Smash or pass, Veloy. Ducky has gone hard smash.
It's a no for me. I wrote one reason, but I'm going to give you two. One, I don't trust her fleas. I just don't trust them.
Please.
And two, if her mood bracelet is elevated by heart rate, is that going to blow up the house? Like, I have concern. Am I going to get blown up? Like, I'm not here for it.
Oh no. I'll take that risk. Smash.
Why not smash?
I'm sorry.
Monica is
I'm
dead.
still on the fleas.
I know. She put I don't trust her fleas, and I was like, yo, fair. They are kind of flea looking.
That's valid.
They do look like fleas.
They just look like fleas.
It's just one of those things where just someone just says something and it just like breaks you a little bit.
I'm never gonna be able to unsee it now.
No,
Yes.
neither. Yeah, I'm smashing the boys. Whatever.
Yeah.
If we die, we die.
Do we recommend it? I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
It's not an episode to
be
write home
worse.
about, but you can watch it, I guess.
Like I would.
There's no Loch Ness monster.
Normally, I would be like, you have to sort of see the progression of the villains because often they lead from one thing to the next.
Mhm.
But I don't think this ties into either of the other things. I think you could skip it just fine. Like it doesn't tie into some of the other arcs. I don't think that there's anything else revealed here that you would need to know going into the ending.
Just assume that something happens off screen and Neptune and Uranus decide not to kill Hotaru.
Yeah, we know they're not going to do it because we have. Don't look at the runtime. We know they're not going to like.
Don't look at the runtime on this video.
Yeah. They're like, we're going to kill her, and it's just like, how many more episodes are left? No, you're not.
All right, shall we go to
Let's go to
comments?
Let's do it. Also, you can watch my dog nesting in the background. He's very good at it.
So cute. So Yolanda 2020 says more kitty tail. Yes, Luna is. Being
Yeah.
herself
She's
tonight,
been
and
waving through. It's
been
such a delight.
I know every time I'm like Luna. Yolanda 2020 also says Tomoe is trying to make a small harem. It's his only chance to have relations ever again.
Damn.
Honestly, you ain't wrong. And then Yolanda 2020 says it's like they decided this was the episode for the Senshi to all be together. It's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's out of nowhere. And then Uro wants us to explain what does it mean to be a wet blanket.
To be no fun.
Yeah.
To be a buzzkill. To be a killjoy.
Party pooper.
A party pooper. Someone who like sucks the fun out of something.
Yep.
Cuddling under a wet blanket.
Yep. And then Ura also says, I love Ami reiterating her point about humanity to Valu as she's being bonded. Really
Getting got by those fleas.
Fleas got her.
Yes. And then I believe, if I pronounce it wrong, please correct me, but I'm assuming it's Dojo 7.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. And then that's okay. Toei tends to do that to their old franchises. Which was in relation to... Oh my god, I read this comment and I meant to make a mental note. If you are in the chat, could you please let us know?
Was this in relation to when they were adapting it while it was still being made?
Maybe.
I'm just trying to guess.
No, I wasn't responding to a comment. I was saying I was getting ahead of the comments. As in the YouTube comments that'll be like, well, they renamed the manga when you... Like, I know. I'm aware.
Somebody will say it.
Yeah.
Yolanda 2020 says pacing.
Pacing. Oh, got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Got it. That makes sense. And then Dojo 7 also says, always wanted to watch the Viz dub. Started it a long time ago and just stopped. I liked it though. Well, we can
watch it together. I have it. That's a friend of mine.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the Viz dub for the Stars arc since we don't have an old dub to compare it to. Yep. And then Dojo 7 says, in relation to Luna, love it. Adorable little midnight creature.
Yeah. Sweet little Luna.
Yeah, she's my little void. And then Ura says, make Mercury jump out a window.
Yes. Yeah, I think she didn't jump out of a window, transform on the way down, and land in the pool. 0 out of 10.
Yep. Real downgrade.
Yeah. And then Dojo7 says pass, but can respect the smash. You and Rizuki are both in this pass camp.
If we die, we die.
And then Lady Chappelle says, Julie, pass. She's a brat. All right. And then Ura, you are not a wet blanket. You are a ton of fun.
Ura, no. We adore you.
And then Dojo7 says, and then there's Lando.
Yeah, that's
Yay!
him. He successfully nested.
Yeah. All right. Crew, I think we did it.
We did it.
We did it, Reddit. Next month is going to be the end of the season. So that'll be exciting. Do we need we don't need a timestamp for this one. Just outro time?
Yeah.
Outro time. Yep. And with that, we come to the end of our show. Thank you for joining us for Bishoujo Sunshi Slumber Party Cloverway Dub episodes 111 through 115 discussion.
As always, fellow Moonies, check us out on all our socials and follow us to find out the next time we are going live. You can find our links in our link tree in our description. I've been your co-host, Monica, and if you want to know what I'm up to and interested in, feel free to follow me at Gay Wizard Emporium on Tumblr to see whatever I'm enjoying at the moment. And there's my Blue Sky, too, if you're on that instead. I don't have an Instagram. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I've been your co-host, Relia. If you like what I do and you want to follow me on social media, you can find my most active socials popping up on the screen below. If you want to follow my cosplay adventures, you can find me on Instagram at Relia Lacadamon. Or if you want to follow my artwork, I'm on Tumblr at Art Crystals and on Blue Sky as Relia. Thanks, as always, for supporting the show. And join us for our next slumber party on April 11th.
Yes.
I've been your co-host, Rizuki. And if you want to know what's actively wrong with me, you can go to Threads and Instagram under Rizuki. I'm just gonna be real. Anyways, and don't forget to tune into Eternal Mooncast on April 4th for Monica's birthday.
Yay!
Yeah, birthday episode.
We have 2 extremely special guests. The music kit. Oh my god, I'm gonna say this so wrong. If someone can say this better than me.
I think Michael Bengiat.
Bengiat? Okay, I was gonna butcher that. Thank you. The Music Kitchen's Michael Bengiat and John Miyagi, author, who wrote some of your favorite English songs like The Power of Love, Carry On, and My Only Love. We'll be having them on a special Deek Music special. We'll be having them on for a Deek Music special. I can read English. And finding out all the hidden lore behind all of your favorite English Sailor Moon songs. My lord.
We are so obsessed with that episode because if you've been with us for any amount of time, you know how much we love the Deek music. So to get to talk about that with people who made that music is so exciting for us. Truly a thing we're passionate about. So for our parent show, Eternal Mooncast, you can find previous episodes of our show on YouTube. We appreciate any likes, comments, follows, or however you'd like to support our show in your own way.
As always, I've been your host, Michi. You can find my socials at MEW21, some_cosplay. If you like K-pop, head on over to K-pop Voyage, which is the other YouTube channel where me and my friends react to K-pop, X-pop, global pop, and beyond. As a quick reminder, these have just been our personal opinions, and we celebrate all respectful Mooney opinions here. And with that, we wish you a great night.